TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin's Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusick Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Park. It's just one of those days. It's Bank Holiday Monday, but it's the County Senior Hurling Final between Lough, Gaels and Castletown, Geoghegan, and already there's a huge crowd building up here in TG Cusick Park. We hope you're enjoying this coverage today. It's a little bit unusual. We're on YouTube today as opposed to on anything else because just technical faults. So we do hope you stay with us here on AVTV. I'm joined for an analysis this afternoon by Brendan Shaw and Paul Ahern, and Paul was with us here yesterday. Lads, not an ideal game for hurling, but at the same time, the pitch has held up well, and we're looking forward to another cracking game here this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the pitch doesn't look great in the middle, but it's actually solid, and there's no big divots or anything like that. So, the pitch is probably as good as you get at this time of the year, without a shadow of a doubt. You know, it's going to be a serious battle again, I think. Whatever team learned the most from the last day, they've definitely takeaways they took away with that, but they're two fairly evenly matched teams probably over the last 2 or 3 years, and I think it'll go down to the wire again today.
And Brendan, the perception is out there, number one, that the Gaels left it behind them the last day, and number two, that the wet day will suit the Gaels. I don't think either of those scenarios apply here today.
Not really. Maybe you could, when you drill down into the game the last day, some of the Castletown lads didn't play as well as they could have, but I think that's credit to Lough and Gaels for not allowing
Absolutely,
them.
100%.
For me it's 50-50. I think it will be a totally different game today. The conditions are not going to allow that real crisp, free-flowing hurling we saw the last day. I think it's going to be a battle of attrition today. We're going to have a lot of rooks. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the day it's in it. But in fairness, the pitch is in great shape. And, I think today it's going to come down to a real hunger and desire. That's the team that's going to be... I think it's going to get over the line. But just to be aware, today there's extra time and dare I say it, penalties.
Oh God, don't mention that word.
We don't want to go there, but we have to have a result today. So I hope now the game gets finished without the need for a penalty shootout.
Yeah, and Paul, we said it yesterday in the conditions that we hope there wouldn't be a mistake that wins the game. Again, I would hope the same today. I hope it's a moment of brilliance or a moment of absolute skill that wins the game, as opposed to maybe a mistake because of conditions or a ball dropping or something like that.
I think it's inevitable there will be mistakes on a day like today. The question for each team is how they respond to them. I don't think there'll be mistakes that are critical. I just think there will be mistakes. I think, like Brendan said, I think the battle in the middle third is going to be actually massive. Whoever gets on the dirty ball, is going to get a lot of possession. And that does come down to hunger, desire, but a little bit of cleverness in terms of positioning as well.
I agree, yeah.
And I think that'll play more of a role than it has done previously, just because of the conditions.
Yeah, and Brendan, that battle in the middle third there's no doubt about it that the Gaels won that battle, particularly in the second half here the last
in the second half, but in saying that, Castletown did, after 10 minutes of the first half, the last day, they really controlled the middle third, and they were giving great ball to David O'Reilly, that diagonal ball into the 21, and that was their dominance. But I think Lough Gaels figured that out, and they had a period of dominance then in the first 15 minutes of the second half.
Probably should have pushed on maybe a little bit more than they did.
Yeah, maybe. But look, I mean, I think today, and one thing that I've been kind of having huge admiration for is puckouts, and I think Noel Connolly has a bit more experience there. I think puckouts will be key today. You know, finding the man in possession, and I think, you know, whoever gets on top there in the middle third, you know, that's the key. That's the key battle today.
Yeah, and a lot of that came the last day from Tommy Doyle started at full forward, kind of drifted out for the second half. It had a huge effect. They moved them in, moved them out, moved them in, moved them out, Paul. And it paid dividends for the Gaels. They got a goal. It got them back into the game. Their dander was up. Could have maybe, in my opinion, I think they could have went on and won the game from that position. But Castletown showed great resilience as well. Hadn't had a game in 5 weeks, you know, and it did tell. It did show.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think there was lots of intriguing things. Like in the first half, Castletown hit a purple patch for the last 20 minutes of the first half. Could have been further ahead, really. You know, so you kind of look and say, just Castletown left it behind them.
Yeah.
Then the Gaels were in their ascendancy most of the second half, and you go, well, they should have pushed on and won. So, like, I think they're really evenly matched in that respect. Like, I think in the first half, you know, there was a lot of ball going around Tommy Doyle, and Castletown really coped with it really well. Got the ball to ground, won the breaks. Second half, you know, eventually Tommy got on top, and Owen Daly got on top on those high balls.
Yeah, Owen Daly, I would say, in particular.
Yeah. And so a significant thing the last day was, like, David Riley was outstanding for 45 minutes, but he probably tired a little bit at the end, and nobody else really stepped up.
As well as getting tired, Brendan, Joey Williams spotted that there was a need for there. Like there was 2-3 different lads came on to him on one stage, but they worked it out. The Gaels worked it out a little bit.
They worked it out, but Castletown, to be honest with you, in the second half were kind of the authors of their own misfortune in terms of they were just lumping ball in. Like in the first half, they were passing it into channels for him to run onto. Second half, they were just lurrying it in on top of him. The Gaels had 3 players around them, and their delivery, like the one thing I was so surprised with Castletown was the second half, a team that I would have said are really good at passing and moving the ball around and picking out players, just blind struck the ball in.
Yeah, but I suppose, Paul, in fairness, like when you're in the heat of battle there, game plans go out the window. And
absolutely, 100%.
I said it on the comments.
It's very easy for us to say that, but in the heat of battle, it's a different thing.
Instinct, you know, and I think, though, Castletown will be hoping to get more out of their half-hour line today, and I think if they do, they'll be, you know, a good bit there. You have to admire Lough Gaels' defensive unit. They're so sharp, so tight,
seasoned as well.
Oh yeah, and like they've really played as a unit this year. Their full back line was very solid the last day. I remarked that Billy Riley had an excellent game the last day, and you know, all the backs for the Gaels, like they're tight, tigerish man-marking defenders, and you know, Castletown will really have to play well to win today.
Yeah, and look at Brendan. We can talk all we want about the last day. It ended in a draw. It probably was the fairest result on the day, in my opinion.
I think so.
It's who has learned more in the intervening maybe
and for me today,
7
like,
days
people
or 8
are saying,
days.
okay, maybe Castletown didn't play as well, but they weren't let. It's 50-50 for me today. This game is right back to the start.
You mentioned, Brendan, as well, the half-hour line of Castletown, who really didn't contribute all that much to it. In fairness, apart from David Riley, there wasn't a whole lot of contribution from virtually anybody else in that forward line. Niall O'Brien scored a lot from frees, but you know, we know that the quality that they have in that half-hour line, and indeed in their full forward line, and really it was the David Riley show at times, and very little else.
It was, and Niall O'Brien was excellent on the frees. We have to give him credit too. But like, you know, I think Castletown will be hoping to get more out of their forwards as a unit.
Absolutely,
and to try, you know, spread the scores a bit rather than leaving all the responsibility on David O'Reilly. You know, I think that if they can spread the scoring a bit, you know, they have the quality. We know that.
Yeah, and the fact that the Gaels know that David O'Reilly is probably going to be the target man for Castletown now, the Gaels will know if we get a handle on David Riley, perhaps we're in with a great chance of winning this game.
Yeah, I suppose the significant thing today as well, and is the conditions. Like the ball will be wet, slippery conditions. Like a mistake, you know, and there is nobody wants that to happen, but that can happen.
Yeah,
You know, it's just set up for today, really.
I think just to your point, Paul, about like teams learning, I think Castletown will have learned what do you call it. We need to be consistent over 60 minutes in dealing with Tommy Doyle and Owen Daly on the high balls and getting them to ground and not getting exposed like they did in the second half. And we need to be crisper on our deliveries and more variety in our deliveries into the forward line. I think on the other side, the Gaels will have learned a lot in terms of what really worked for them and doubling down on that.
Yeah.
Now, part of the challenge that you just said is like, if we stop David Riley, we stop Castletown, and the chance
That's
is
not the case.
that you focus in on that, and then that creates opportunities for the likes of Lene Varley, Angus,
exactly.
Niall O'Brien to really come into the game. And I'll be honest and say, I'd say those boys were hurting after the performance. They wouldn't have been happy with it themselves at all.
Yeah. Well, I suppose another significant thing too, tactically, the Gaels used David Williams very well in the second half. They dropped him deep into the
Very
midfield.
much so, yeah.
And he won a lot of possession there and gave in great ball. So, like, he's a playmaker, like, and he's an excellent man to pick out a pass. And, you know, he's the quarterback there for them.
100%. He is that link player, Brendan.
And like, he can do everything. He's on the top of his game, and he's really, you know, he's dialed in his free take and everything you want in a centre forward, really. You know?
Yeah. And I was reminded just that actually at the game yesterday, this is the 5th final that the Gaels have turned up for in a row. We'd one went to a replay, and we'd one was postponed or was abandoned after 15 or 20 minutes. You know, at some stage, you know, they have to break that hoodoo. You know, it's to get that monkey off the back, Paul. And they will feel coming in today, you know, with the job half done. You know, we're looking for a little bit of redemption here, but with the job half done.
I would say, look, neither team would think they've the job even a percent done, to be honest with you, because it's now 60 minutes and you just have to go out and perform and go at it. And, like, you know, from the Gaels' point of view, 5th final in a row, they haven't got over the line yet. Does that play anything? Nah, definitely not. Like, each game, you just take it on its merits. They're a strong enough and well-experienced enough team that was happening in previous games or previous years.
Yeah.
It won't have a bit of impact on them when the ball's thrown in there and they're going at it hammer and tongs.
Yeah.
That thought will not
go
be
over
in
the head.
anyone's head.
Absolutely, and I think we're hearing that there may be a change for Castletown. Conor Murphy might be in.
Instead of Jack Gallagher.
So, like, that's no negative on Jack. Like, I mean, that could be a tactical switch. Like, and you know, if the game opens up, Jack can come in, and you know what he can do. We all know his qualities. So,
absolutely, yeah.
Like, Castletown have
very underrated player for Castletown,
and like, there are some quality players, like substitutes wise on both sides. Like Jason Malone came on the last day and had a big impact.
Massive impact. I agree with you.
You know, so, and he's a physical player. Like, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him on early, to be honest.
Yeah, and Paul, perhaps that is the case that they're going to the bench. Castletown, of course, and McKeaney, in my opinion, didn't bring McKeaney on early enough the last day. You know, they were losing that midfield battle, and he is one of those guys that works around the centre of the field. You know, it's going to be interesting to see where to go to the bench on it. I know there's quite a few on the Gaels side, but Castletown will feel that they probably have the better bench.
I think yes, but I think on the sideline, I think, look, it comes down to 3 things. One is what team are getting their matchups right early on, what team are seeing what way the game is flowing and what changes they can make in it. And then the last one is what you're pulling off the bench in terms of trying to have an impact.
It is like, the battle will be fought as much on the sideline as it will out there. It's a bit of a tactical.
And 2 great men to battle on the sideline, two legends of hurling with Joey Williams and Alan Mangan, you know. And a credit to see both clubs have one of their own, I suppose, as manager. Brendan, I'm going to ask you straight up, who do you tip for today?
I think the hurt will get the Gaels over the line today. The hunger and desire, I think, will get them over the line.
Paul Ahern?
Just for balance, I'll go with Castletown.
We'll have the umbrella to match it.
One of us is going to be right anyway. At least somebody go home with a smile on their face. I think they probably learned a lot. They wouldn't have been happy with how they performed. I think that gives them a bit of hurt in terms of showing what they're about. So I think it's, to be honest with you, I think it probably could go to penalties.
But God, I hope it doesn't. I hate that P word. But for the moment, anyway, we're going to hand you up to our commentary position. It's Ray Gavin and the legend that is Brendan Murta are up in the commentary position. Do stay with us here on Airbeat TV. A break first, and then it's up to the boys, and then you have the County Senior Hurling Final in Westmeath for 2025. Do stay with us here.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin's Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA.
Cusick Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Welcome here to the commentary position where for today's Slevin's Coaches Senior Hurling Championship Final 2025 replay, I'm joined in co-comments by Brendan Murtagh. Brendan, it is a wet, miserable day, but it's going to be the same for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely, Ray. It is wet. The pitch looks a little bit wet as well, damp. You know, a lot of games on it lately. It's misty. There was a lot of rain yesterday, but it's the same for both teams, and it's going to be a hard-fought game in these conditions. It always is, you know, and I'm expecting a very close game again, Ray. Yeah,
it's a county final. You know, it's all duck or no dinner, as they say here. There's no second chance here, no going back to a group game or qualifying for this, that and the other. It's all on the line here. In the drawn game, Castletown looked, coming up to half-time that they were taking control of the game, but that opening 10 minutes or so by the Gaels at the start of the second half, almost blew Castletown away, and I suppose great credit that they actually clawed her back to get the draw.
Yeah, you'd have to say, because the game completely changed, and when that happens, there's nothing you can do sometimes. It's just the way you approach it. The team lifts its intensity, and that's what the Gaels done. They won the middle third, and when things go against you like that, it's very hard to change it. But in fairness, Castletown, they kept it going, they kept the scoreboard ticking, they got a goal, sloppy goal, but it still was a goal, kept them in the game, and they kept in touch. A game that could have got away from them, so there's really nothing between these teams. I think the Gaels are learning every day to play them. They'll be playing each other a lot. Castletown's still favourites, and we know the hurlers they have, but you'd have to give it to Castletown the last day. The game nearly got away from them, and the Gaels were excellent in the second half, you'd have to say,
Yeah, well, look, we want to welcome viewers wherever you are in the world here today to TG Cusick Park. There's lots of problems and technical difficulties going on, but hopefully you found the link and you're here with us in TG Cusick Park. I know David Lynch down under is tuned in. We have the Murtagh family, Christo and all his crew out in Lanzarote, so or it might even be Forteventura, so we hope you got all sorted and you're tuned in for us here. And if you're anywhere between Collinstown and Castletown Geoghegan and you're on the beer, maybe you're doing the right thing and you're listening to myself and Brendan Murtagh, because Brendan, I know, was in the Downs clubhouse last night, so he's all right viewers. He didn't go too hard on it, so he's well tuned in for today. Brendan will give the two teams to our viewers at home now, and he was starting with the Castletown Geoghegan line-out, and they line out with their goalkeeper number 1, Kieran O'Brien. A full back line has Aaron Glenn at 2, Nisha McKenna the full back at 3, and David Maloney at 4. In the half-back line, Morgan Gavigan 5, Jack Murphy 6, and Johnny Birmingham at 7. Middle of the field for Castletown, Shane Slevin wearing 8, and Peter Murphy, the partner, wearing 9. Half-forward line, Angus Clark at 10, Peter Clark 11, Liam Varley at 12. And an inside line of David Riley at 13, Niall O'Brien the full forward at 14, and one change in the Castletown team from the opening game comes at left corner of power, where Conor Murphy, number 18, starts in place of Jack Gallagher. Lough Gaels now. It's not a late change I'm after hearing there, I'm not too sure. But we'll go with the Lough Gaels team. They have Noel Connerty, their goalkeeper number 1. Full back line, Darrell Daly at 2, Dan Higgins full back at 3 and Philly Riley at 4. Micheál Daly's at 5, Dara Quamer at 6 and John Egan at 7. Middle of the field today, Brendan Doyle wears 8 and his partner Shane Williams wear 9. Change in the half forward line where Derek McNicholas doesn't start. He's replaced by number 18 Thomas Kennedy. The centre half forward is David Williams, he's at 11 and Tommy Doyle at 12. An inside line of Aaron Kennedy at 13, Marcus Kennedy at 14, and coming in on top of the left, number 17 Jason Malone. I don't know, was there a late change there, Brendan, that came out across the announcement? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I didn't just hear it now, Ray, but yeah.
I'm sure we'll be informed as we go along anyway. Both sides of the Castletown team coming over to the sideline. There was a lot of talk, Brendan, after the drawn game. You know, Castletown's half-forward line failed to produce, as they said. You know, credit there to the half-back line on the other end, and Lough Gaels kind of brought back Shane Williams into that area as well, and they snuffed out, and it was a major factor in the game. Can they rise to that again today, do you think?
Yeah, well, the likes of that, it looked like they targeted the half-forward line, because the half-forward line Castletown is so strong and has been so dominant throughout the whole championship, and they've pushed up on them. But what happens then is, Ray, if you're pushing out on them men, you're leaving the space in behind, and that's for the likes of Niall O'Brien, Conor Murphy, and of course O'Reilly, who was absolutely excellent the first day. So that's probably why Shane Williams dropped in the second half a little bit deeper to nullify that space. So it'll be good to see as well. I'd like to say on Riley, he was excellent, especially in the first half, and the Gaels put Micheál Daly on him just before half time. I'd have to say, done a good job, did tidy him up a little bit. Riley's still a huge threat, don't get me wrong, and was brilliant. I can see Micheál starting on him from the very beginning today, you know. So, look at whoever learns the most in the first day for me, you know, and I think there was a lot of lessons learned on both sides.
Yeah, going over to the Gaels side, David Williams, you know him well, he's an outstanding young hurler. Yeah. I think he almost got every score in the book last week between line balls, long range frees, short range frees, and from play. Morgan Gavin can pick them up the last, it probably will go something similar this time.
Yeah, look at a hurler like his ability, David, he's an outstanding hurler, you know, so he's going to be hard handled, and he's always a huge threat.
Well, we're going to break now for our own Vian. These last few minutes, Brendan, before the game starts, players at this stage are chomping at the bit, just want to get going. Just looking out at the Gaels side, Owen Daly we got the word that he wasn't starting, but I think Owen Daly is out there in the group at the minute, so we'll just see who
he looks like he's starting, Ray.
Yeah,
he's on the field,
yeah, so. And he's going back up now. Let's see. They did give us 2 changes. 18 Thomas Kennedy. Number 17, Jason Malone is in instead of Aaron Kennedy, I'm now being told. So
there's been a lot of movement on the field as well. I see Philly Riley's out midfield on Angus is midfield, and Peter Clark is midfield. So there's a lot of swapping and changing. Micheál Daly is starting on Riley.
Yeah, and big hit coming in early doors there on the Castletown man, but the Gaels turn it over. But the hand pass goes astray now, and there's a chance for Castletown to get on the attack here. O'Ryan is underneath this. Got the call, I'm sure, from David Riley. Drops in, but great work there from Dan Higgins. Dan picks it up. Gets a good clearance out. He was under a bit of pressure. He's not going to go over the sideline. Angus Clark, little flick inside Dara Quamer. Bringing Conor Murphy onto the ball, and certainly in the early stages here, we're The hits are coming in thick and fast. We see the attacker here now with 3 Gaels men getting in around the one Castletown Geoghegan man. Conor Murphy comes forward, lays it off to Slevin, who has time to turn, switch the ball across the far side. Riley's out in front, but as Brendan predicted, been picked up there by Micheál Daly. The ball is on the ground and the referee is allowing it to develop. Who's going to come in and get it? Varley is, lays it off and a quick hand pass in, and Riley's in. Tackled as he's getting inside his back with Slevin, and we have a goal! Oh, in the opening minute, a goal for Castletown. The Gaels had a chance to get that ball away. They couldn't get it. Castletown put the ball through the hands very nicely, Brendan. And Slevin, right man, right place, finished it low off the wet ground.
Great goal, I have to say. The way they worked the ball through the hands and running off the ball there, well worked goal. Very well worked goal, and a great start for Castletown.
Yeah, the ball has gone up the other end of the field here, and David Williams has his first shot on target. Oh, and what a start to this game we're having. Sometimes, Brendan, replays don't live up to the hype, but certainly this one is kicking off like a real intent here.
Minute and a half has anyway, Ray, so we're in for a good one if it keeps going this way.
Yeah, Varley is trying to get on this one as well, Liam Varley, but drops it and picked up here by Shane Williams. Shane just slipped as he was about to open the shoulders there to drive it in long. David Maloney is trying to get it, doesn't get it, is kicked out there by Morgan Gavigan. Gavigan goes down, gets the ball to the hand. It's a day for doing everything simple. 2 hands on the hurl as the ball is into no man's land over on the far side. Filling the gap over there though is Shane Williams. Shane doesn't get the ball at the first attempt. Tackled over there, but Castletown have it now through Niall O'Brien. He's looking around and see what's available inside. Clark has made the run by him, but Niall holds on to the ball. Back into the centre here now, where there's a chance from 45 metres out to get the shot away. It's Peter Clark. And Peter Clark opens his account. Didn't score in the drawing game. He's off the mark inside the opening 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, great composure there by Niall O'Brien. He was under pressure over in the line. He had awareness to look up and find the man in space. Great score.
Owen Daly caught the puck out. He turned around but turned into a Castletown hurl and got blocked down. But the Gaels recycle and they have it now gone down the line. Slip. There's going to be a lot of that today. There's no point. Conditions are so wet. David Maloney, he comes out, looks up, little ball flicked inside. Morgan Gavigan has it, trying to get away from Owen Daly. Gavigan shows him a clean pair of heels, but the strike not as clean as it might be. Goes inside, but lovely stick work there from Shane Williams. What a touch. Gives it on. There's going to be a free, but Brendan Doyle is launching this one in. I think it will come back for the free. Yeah, the ball ended up in the hands there of the goalkeeper Kieran O'Brien, but Barry Lee had his hand in the air.
Yeah, you can see the striking, the wet grip there now, and a couple of first touches. But what a touch by Shane Williams, a full speed coming out there, Niall O'Brien on his neck. And he got one touch in the hand and broke 2 tackles, 1-3. A huge start to this game, Ray. Both sides are really going for it, very physical. So, David, he's pretty much in front of the goals here now. That could be a good start for him taking the frees.
Yeah, he's just inside of Castletown's 65-metre line. There's nothing, set now, Brendan, the slippy, everything, you've got to just make sure to take your time and get the hands dried and, go through the routine, and that's exactly what David Williams is doing on this one. He's very central. He's got one from play, and now he's fired this one in high. Now the umpires are looking at it, but
yeah. He didn't look like he struck it right just when but that's a slippy ball, that can happen, you know what I mean? David, I don't think that'll affect him too much. High quality free taker now.
The puck out,
I'll imagine.
Puck out has gone down that far side of the field. Varley's after it. Angus Clark was over the way. Nice little one-handed pass to Varley, and then Angus Clark is on the run. Angus fires in the shot, and
they're moving off the shoulder very well today, Ray. They're breaking that tackle and they're moving the ball very well. That's after happening there.
Noel Connerty has gone short with the puck out. Gives it to Micheál Daly. Micheál's ball is right down the far side of the field. Nothing that number 17 Jason Malone can do about that one. It's gone out over the sideline. It's going to be a line ball.
Peter Clark come back to take this one.
Yeah,
he could leave this down in the half forward line.
He leaves though. I see John Egan is the spare man back in the half back line. He's just kind of looking around him, trying to fill some space there or pick up a man or whatever. But Clark, if he connects right, he can get good distance in, and that's exactly what he has done. He's gone right down Micheál Daly. Hopped off the head, I think, of one of the players there. Not gathered though by Shane Williams, but luckily for Shane, he has support there. The ball is fired back, and Dan Higgins, who's had an outstanding year, gets it out as far as Quaymar, and lovely quick hands here now, and Higgins off his left hand goes long, looking for the jogger. He's underneath there. There's 2 or 3 Castletown men in along with him. Manages to kick it forward, moves it here Jack Murphy is close there to get it. Jack has cleared it, but I think it's going to be out over the sideline. Line ball inside the 65-metre line. It's going to be a line ball for Lough Gaels.
David Williams, who also is very good at these line balls. We've seen that the first day. He scored a huge one here under the stand. So could be a little bit far out for him, but I wouldn't put it past him that he could get the distance.
Yeah, and certainly getting it in around that danger area where a slip or anything can happen. 6 minutes on the clock. 1-2 for Castletown, 1 point for the Gaels. David, he's clipped a beauty. Now it's done exactly what I said. It was right in front of the goals there. Danger there for a moment. Castletown defenders, they do scramble it away. And Shane Slevin is available for the clearance. He goes down the line, looked like there was a push in the back. Yes, indeed there was. Good play there by Philly Riley. He got in front of Angus Clark. Angus with the little trip, not intentional, but Barry Knee right on top of things. Signals is going to be a free for David Williams again.
Yeah, I think Kieran O'Brien got a nice touch on that. I think it broke through everyone. He just got to flick it away. It looked like they're... but a slippy ball like that, they're very dangerous. You couldn't see a lot of them balls for the Gaels. They're very direct. You can see a lot of them balls in around the house today.
Yeah, and Brendan, we know the AstroTurf is in there, and it'll be greasy as well. The ground is as well in front of it, so it is tricky for both goalkeepers. But David Williams,
he dealt well with that one. Now he got out of the danger area.
Yeah, David will hit this one. It's a little bit closer than the last one. He's a little bit further towards the terrace side. Fires it in. This time he's gone from right to left. Second wide from the freeze for David Williams. But again, he's an experienced player, Brendan. I know he's young, but he won't let that bother him. He'll settle on the next one again.
It's conditions, Ray. You could see like both of them balls, the way he struck them. The wet ball just getting away from him.
Yeah,
it happens for both. And Niall beyond the freeze as well. We see how he deals with it too. It's just it's hard at that sort of day.
He's on the one from play here now as he takes a late hit there. The ball is fired out as far as Peter Clark, and Peter Clark has fired that one in, and he's got his second point of the game. Late hit on Niall. I think it was not Niall O'Brien there, was it? Or was it Conor Murphy? Not sure. Told him with the green helmet.
I think it was Niall O'Brien. Yeah, he's okay. He's up and going again.
He's gone back into his position. Noel Connolly one short with the puck out to his 45 for Shane Williams has launched it as the Gaels have the jogger in front of that goal. Then he has this one in his hand. He's trying to get through. Surely being fouled. Surely he's finished it to the net, but it's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty.
It was about a minute ago, Ray. Them high balls into the square. Jogger caught that one brilliantly. Under huge pressure, and he managed to kick it to the net, but I think Barry had the whistle blown before that.
I think so. But again, it all came from the puck out, where Castletown are going to have to press up on it. They're going to have to make Noel Connolly go along with it, because Shane Williams on his own 45 took it, knew exactly the stage was set, because the jogger had remained in there on the edge of the square. Shane Williams turned, launched it, just dropped perfectly in the square, and now a chance for David Williams. This one now a chance to make up for the two he's missed. Brendan 1-3 to a point they trail, but a great chance now for the Gaels to get back into this game.
Yeah. If he nails this one now, the confidence could be back with the freeze. It's a big. It could be. They kind of need this one, because Castletown have started stronger. So need this one.
David is standing over. He just takes one step back from it now and comes forward, lifts, strikes. Say it, but it's not. It's in the net. It got by him. He got to stick to it. Kieran O'Brien will be disappointed with it, but he got it. David Williams got it to the back of the net, and that's doesn't matter how they go in. Once they go in, Brendan.
Yeah, look, he got the bit of luck there, David, in fairness, and Kieran O'Brien will be very disappointed. He done everything right, just got over the hurl and got past him.
Yeah, the puck out has been picked up on the break by Peter Murphy. He's looking up and seeing that his midfield partner, Shane Slevin, is over there on the 20-metre line, close to the sideline. Turns, gives it back, almost overshot. It's intended target of Niall O'Brien. Niall sells the dummy, comes back onto his left-hand side, and that's the first wide of the game for Castletown Geoghegan. 1-3 to 1-1. We're almost 10 minutes on the clock.
Shane Slevin and Peter Clark has 2 points. Castletown midfielders are on the ball an awful lot at the moment, Ray.
Yeah, they've gone short with that.
They're hurling well in midfield.
Yeah, the puck out, and it's broken kind of here for David Williams, and David with the opportunity. Lovely play there. He read the break absolutely perfectly, got onto it, touches immaculate as always, and clipped it from about 45 metres, fired it over. Kieran O'Brien, we're back to a 1-point game. Long puck out, dropping down. Riley is underneath it. Picked up Close to the ground there by Liam Varley. Pops it back to Slevin, who has time to set his feet, and he's firing it in. He's looking up at it, but I don't think it's going to be on target. Right. It's not indeed. We're level and wide, 2 apiece. Noel Connaughty. Noel just looking to see what options are there from. No one on short, so this time he's forced to go long, and he can go long, and he's dropping it right down on top of Owen Daly. Daly doesn't get it into his hand. Looked like a push on the back on the Castletown man there, but referee allows the play to go on because Peter Clark has picked it up, and Clark looking for Riley inside. Riley lost the boot, still got the ball. 2 defenders around and needs support. Gets it back out to Angus Clark. Angus, he'll look around him, trying to take on his man. With great defending there by the Castletown, but Peter Clark makes a run right down the centre. Clark, the ball over to O'Brien. What a chance! What a chance! Oh! Niall O'Brien! Oh, they did everything absolutely perfectly. Yeah. I had the mortgage on that one to finish in the back of the net.
I think he picked the spot, Ray, but
it was wrong side of the post. Let's say he didn't hit it.
Look, 1 out of 100, I say, for Niall O'Brien. He'd usually, the green flag would be lifted on them ones, but look, these things happen.
Yeah, from the puck out. Johnny Birmingham has done well back down there in his defence. Gives it on here now. Castletown men coming forward again. I think that's Jack Murphy that fired that one across. They're looking up at it. No, it's across the front of the post. Brendan, one thing we didn't mention, I don't know what kind of a breeze is out there, just looking at the
it doesn't look very strong, but it's blowing into the scoreboard by the looks of things, Ray. It's kind of going down that way. So if anything, Castletown would have it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem too strong.
1-3-1-2, 12 minutes on the clock. A huge long puck out. Jogger's trying to get on the breaking ball. He does flick it in, but good tracking back there by Johnny Birmingham. Read the situation well. Puts it through the hands now, and a chance for Peter Murphy. They headed in towards Riley. Riley goes in over his head. Micheál Daly right on top of him, and Shane Williams sweeping back in there from his own 20-metre line. He launched it down, looking for Owen Daly. Owen had a little bit more time than he thought he had, so he strikes it off the stick then as well, but doesn't find a man in purple and gold, and instead it's Castletown who win the ball, and they're on the move again with Liam Varley. Varley, ball is across the far side. Niall O'Brien loses the footing there and picked up over there by Dan Higgins. Dan just steps outside his man and comes forward. Lovely strike right down the line, but unfortunately no one there for the Lough Gaels man, and Castletown have it. The work is short of all this with Peter Murphy, and Murphy is launching down. Shane Williams seems to be just sitting back in the D. Riley stepped in front of him. Lovely reverse ball here now, and the ball is hand passed inside now. Peter Clark coming forward. Clark this time doesn't go for the goal, content to take the point. 3 from the stick of the number 11.
I think he took the right option, but he's making great runs through the middle, and Castletown are lifting their head and they're finding him every time, and they're going to have to close down on him and Shane Clavin, the Gaels, because they're doing a lot of damage around the middle of the field.
Yeah, long puck out, it's gone down. David Williams goes to ground, gets it in front of Morgan Gavigan, kicks it. Referee has his arm in the air. Yeah, it's going to come back for a free.
It's end-to-end stuff, Ray. You know that the Gaels have come back into the penalty. It's really after lifting them, it looks like, you know, but the running game here, I'm very impressed with Castletown through the hands. It's something they probably didn't do enough of the last day, but they're definitely doing it today, and they're getting joy out of it.
Yeah, and condition not really conducive to that kind of hurling. You have to be on the money with every pass, because the little ball behind or hits the ground is going to lead to mistakes. But so far so good for them. And just looking at it, the Angus Clark has got 1, and Peter Clark has got 3. 2 of their half-forward line that, you know, took some criticism in the last game for not getting to the score, but already off the mark inside the opening 14 minutes.
Yeah, and going very well. Peter he started in midfield for the throw, and I don't know, is he actually hurling at centre forward, but he's all around that area, and he's getting on a lot of ball, doing a lot of damage today.
Kieran O'Brien is ready with the puck out again. Down the centre it goes. Peter Clark goes high. Owen Daly got a hand on it, but it's going to break to Brendan Doyle. Brendan just looked around him and chance to get the shot, pass away to Owen Daly. Daly goes long. The joggers in there. Castletown men are worried. They're trying to keep it away from him, but it's just beats everybody out over the end line. You know, but you can see the panic in there, Brendan.
When he was unlucky. He done very well again. 2 Castletown men to even get to the ball there now, and nearly kept it in play. But that direct ball, you know, they do get joy over it. See the penalty, you know, so they're looking for the jogger, and he done a lot of harm in the second half. the last day.
Yeah.
So he's a huge target man to have in there.
Yeah, and he's a hugely experienced player as well. He knows what it's all about. The ball has gone down the field. Angus Clark thought he had a chance to get it in front of the Gaels man there, but it is eventually breaking here to Conor Murphy. Murphy, nice stake work as he flicks the ball inside. Slevin thought about going for it. Niall O'Brien is in around it. Gaels man is on the ground. No one able to get clean possession. Let's look and see what happens. It has popped out a small bit, but every one of these balls,
free,
and I think the correct decision. Barry Lee was right on top of things there. Was it David O'Reilly that had got the ball? He kind of popped out there, and he was alert to it, was heading away with it, and just half tripped as he was trying to spin away there. And
he got up very quick first time, and someone just caught his leg.
And this is first.
I think this is Niall's first free.
Yeah, first opportunity for free here.
Very central firm, his first free.
It is, but I think he needs one probably because had that opportunity to goal a few minutes ago. Might just have,
well, this might settle him. Yeah,
dented confidence small, but look, Niall O'Brien is a very experienced operator. He's been there, done that. This free now is about 40 metres or so out. Yeah, I think it's just on the arc that used for football. We can't hardly see it out there after yesterday's, but Niall lifts, Niall strikes, and that's his first point. Noel Connerty with the puck out, accurate one. Goes out towards Shane Williams. He's closed down straight away, but he does well to move it on. And then lovely ground hurling there from David Williams. Gets the ball in, and Castletown have it now, but need to be careful here now as the ball across the square could have been dangerous, but certainly a late tackle there on Nisha McKenna as he's back to pick up his hurl, but his ball has moved down the line. Riley is coming over, but Peter Clark, good defended there by Micheál Daly, kept his eye on it. Jason Malone is out there, ball is fired in there. Jogger is awake there before behind, and a lovely ball. He tried to get it. He's seen the man inside, but I think is it Conor Murphy that was back in there. Peter read the situation.
And that was dangerous if it got through.
Yeah, ball in the tackle and a foul over there on the far side. Barry Lee right on top of things. Free there, a foul given against David O'Reilly. And this time I'm sure Shane Williams is back to take it, and he'll look up, and I'm sure they'll set the two targets of the two big men in there. Jogger's already in on the edge of the square, and I would imagine Owen Daly won't be far away from this. Free is back inside Lough Gaels, 1:45, 1-5 to 1-3. We're just almost on 18 minutes gone. It's been end-to-end stuff. Huge endeavour, huge commitment from both sets of players. There's an injury down here on the far side. I think he got a hand injury there. I think
when he was coming out with that ball, it was well worked there for Castletown. It kind of broke down here in front of us, but Castletown seemed to have an extra man back there most of the time. They're after cutting out a lot of ball from the Gaels, and it's kind of a thing. If they drop it right into the square, it's more dangerous. But when it's landing there outside the 21, Castletown have extra bodies there. So
I think Brendan, just looking at the way they're both set up, Shane Williams seems to have dropped out of the middle of the field, playing almost as a sweeper in the half back line, which means obviously Castletown have a spare man around the field as well, and they seem to have, I know that Jack Murphy that's maybe sitting back in there as well. He's an experienced player.
That time it was Peter Murphy to go on that time, but they have a man there, kind of swapping in and out, but to have a man there all the time, spare man.
Nisha McKenna's fit and ready to go again as Shane Williams launches this one. It's going to go in towards the 13-metre line. The Jogger is out under. Ball is batted down. Castletown are on the breaking ball. They get it out. They're coming out the field. Little ball popped on here now. They put it nicely through the hands down. There's a chance for Angus Clark. Angus didn't carry it on. There's a chance now for Peter Clark trying to get away from John Egan. John right there beside him. Can't get a touch on him, but the hand pass well read there by Micheál Daly. And Micheál lays the ball off. Don't think there was much in that. I'm just watching the Lough Gaels player go to the ground, but I don't think there was much in it. Brendan, we'll watch the play because Nisha McKenna has been dispossessed, and lucky for him, Peter Murphy is there in support. Moves it on now to the brother Conor. Conor, long ball in. Castletown not awake to the danger in there, but it's good play there. But Philly Riley has given it away. He was trying to find
David Williams
on the far side, but
hit it too, and now
Castletown, the Jogger's long arm comes out and intercepts it. His ball is in over the top. Johnny Berringham does very well to read it, pops the ball away, but ball goes to ground. Slevin has it, trying to get out. He got the ball away somehow or other, and Johnny Birmingham does the right thing. Away first time, but down here as it goes in, Riley is outnumbered 3-1 here, and it is the Gaels men who come away with it. Micheál Daly. Micheál has gone right down the line. Now at this other end of the field, it's 3-1 against the Lough Gaels man. But Owen Daly does win it on the breaking ball. Not enough room to get the swing of hurling there, but it's picked up there by David Williams, who just pulled it back. The big hit goes in on Jogger. Strong man doesn't move, and it's back with Darragh Quamer, and Quamer has launched a beauty.
That was very well worked by the Gaels boys here under huge pressure and outnumbered, and Jogger lifted the head, hit a great ball back, Quamer, and he nailed it.
Great score, 1-5 to 1-4, just over 20 minutes in the clock. Kieran O'Brien has a look out. What option is he going to take? He's going to come this side of the field. Angus Stark and Liam Varley around it. Varley reads it well, gets onto the breaking ball, comes inside, fires it in. And the first point of the replay game and the first game for Liam Varley. So the 3 half forwards for Castletown on the scoreboard, 1-6 to 1-4, 21 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, no, they're definitely more in the game today, Ray. They're being more influential on the game.
The puck out has gone down here.
Ball here.
Yeah, Nisha McKenna's on his knees in there looking to try and get it now. Where is it? Morgan Gavigan. He didn't move it, and eventually Peter Murphy steps in. Roll lifts it up, and then fouled as he was coming out. He's gone to ground. I tell you, there's nothing easy in this game, Brendan.
No, it's very, very physical. And just one thing I would say, it's obviously conditions again. An awful lot of passes from the hurler going astray. It happened there 3 or 4 times in a row around the middle of the field, and it's whoever makes the least mistakes on a day like this there.
Yeah, the ball has gone from the free over to the far side. Dan Higgins got in front of Niall O'Brien, but O'Brien fought to make sure the possession wasn't won easy, and the Gaels have it. And David O'Reilly,
he's very good.
It's almost like a rugby tackle he was throwing to the ground, but he's very,
ruck
very
balls. He gets down low for a big man and gets them up quick. Hard to handle. Then he was getting out of the tackle. He well worked free. He's been well marked by Micheál Daly, has to say, but he's still getting on ball. He's still working really hard, you know.
Yeah, the Gaels
he's a hard man to handle.
Have a plan in there, and they're making life as awkward as they possibly can for the big man in there. He's the marquee forward himself, and O'Brien.
Difficult enough free in these conditions, Ray.
Yeah, Brendan, like with the conditions, Brendan, Barney, you get a one on the 21 right in front of the goals. They're all difficult.
Yeah.
Lads trying to dry hands, dry balls. You know, it can go high, it can go off the nose of the hurler. It can do a lot of things there. But for Niall O'Brien, this time is guided between the uprights and lead back out to 3 points. As Noel Connery this time going long with it. It's dropping into the half forward line, half back line. The Jogger is underneath it. Jogger gets it on the break, comes forward and with the shot. Snapshot a little bit maybe too quick on him. He had enough room to carry it forward. Joy Williams, his manager, is not overly happy with it, but unfortunately for Jogger, not on target, and Castletown already gone down the far side where Micheál Daly steps in on front of Riley and does very, very well to knock it away from Angus Clark. John Egan has it. John, nice skill as he went one way, came back the other side, goes long, down long, but the experienced Jack Murphy steps in and Murphy hits it out. Ball breaks away there from Peter Murphy and picked up here by the Gaels, you know, and a chance maybe to get a shot in with great blocking there by Johnny Berman. Looked like there was a push on the back on the Geoghegan man, but Peter Clark steps in. Peter trying to get out. David Williams is tackling without a stick there. I think David Williams trying to referee the game here as well, but Barry Nee seen that the hand came in on the Geoghegan man and goes
probably was a push. In fairness, David had lost his hurl, working hard now, but it probably was a push after he got the ball there, Peter Clark. But that's the commitment there. That's the commitment we're seeing here from the Gaels all over the field. Yeah, and in fairness, from both teams are working very hard. Castletown are very slick at times, moving it through the lines, and when it is sticking and the pass is going to the target, they're getting joy out of it, you know, and off the shoulder and running, they are getting joy off it. So this is a hard free from Niall. He's not going, he's going short.
Going to Slevin, going short. He's going to take the return pass, but he draws a little bit of attention, but the ball has gone in. Might be just as good because Riley has gone up for it, but he doesn't get it. The Gaels have it in there. Micheál Daly. Micheál, lovely stick work, but Angus Clark put them under severe pressure over there now. Linesman has his flag in the air. The sub coming down below. Here's Derek McNicholas has been introduced inside the opening, just on 25 minutes.
Thomas Kennedy, number 18.
It's the reversal of the change. Yeah, Derek is introduced, but we'll watch. The ball is over inside the 13-metre line at the Gaels and over under the scoreboard there. Angus Clark is standing over it, looking around, just waiting until the replacement makes his way off the field. He'll get the signal then from Barry Needham, ready to get on the way. Angus, little flick of a 9-iron there, right across into the centre. Not gathered by Riley, but Gaels have the numbers there, and Tommy Doyle had drifted back in here, and he gets the clearance away. Long ball right down the end of the field. Goes off the Castletown Geoghegan man, breaks over towards the sideline. Good play there from Peter Murphy, and good vision for Murphy because his goalie was on the way out there. It's Kieran O'Brien on his own 45-metre line. He launched this, and now have Castletown got numbers in under this. His brother Niall is underneath. He gets a stick on it. Goes to ground. Angus Stark is on the break straight away. Had a man going off the shoulder. Angus doesn't use him, and I don't think that's on target. Indeed,
No.
It's not.
Probably took the right option. The man on the shoulder was marked, and he had a shot, just drifted out by the post.
Yeah, Shane Williams picked out expertly again by his goalkeeper. Goes inside to Philly Riley. Philly, long ball down, but Murphy is sitting back in there doing a lot of good work back into the defensive end. Now Peter Clark has it. High tackle on Clark as he tries to go out. Referee blows the whistle immediately. Clark's progress stopped. Loughlin Gaels man will plead their case, but he certainly was fouled, and Shane Clavin has gone quick with the free. Down looking for Riley. Riley scoops it out in front of him, but he knows that he has a teammate with him, and the ball is fired across in there. It's a dangerous ball. Johnny Birmingham trying to read it. Johnny gets a stick on it, but Jogger is there as well, and Jogger can kick football as well. Gets it out in front of him. Johnny Birmingham trying to get in, and now Jogger is no hurl. Oh, maybe a little bit lucky, Brendan.
Yeah, I would say for the Gaels, they're probably joggers out around midfield now. I'd prefer to see him inside because a lot of the ball that has gone in the last 5 to 10 minutes, Castletown has dealt with everything. They're struggling to win the ball inside at the moment. So for me, maybe they're after bringing him out a half forward there and pushing in Owen Daly. But
yeah, just going to say that it seems to be him and Daly alternating. That there's one big man in on the square at all times.
Yeah, he done well to win that free now, in fairness, Jogger.
Yeah, Shane Williams from his own 65. He launched it. The Jogger didn't follow this one in, but they're looking for Daly, who reaches high. The ball breaks inside. Who has it? It's Peter Clark. Clark does very, very well to take it away. Dummies away from one man. Certainly nothing handy here. The kick pass there was straight to Johnny Birmingham, but Johnny puts David Maloney under a little bit of pressure there. Peter Clark is down at the minute. Ball is on the ground. The Gaels are tussling for it. Breaks out. Who has it? Nobody at the minute. Johnny Birmingham thought he had it. The Jogger, he kicks it back into the ruck. Now, can anyone get it into the hand? Barry Neal is looking on. He's allowing the thing to develop. David Williams kicked it forward. Peter Murphy is back there. Murphy very close to the sideline. Good clearance from Murphy. Riley needs to make up ground here because Dara Daly reads it very, very well. He's coming forward. Ball knocked off his stick very neatly there. Niall O'Brien, I think it is picked up, goes to ground. Has the whereabouts to get the ball away to Jack Murphy. Now it's gone down the line here. Varley coming across here. He's going to put in the hit. Yes, he did, but it, referees, yeah, he's coming back for it. Oh! We're getting a little bit heated, Brendan.
It is. I think that was the thing of nothing now, is a couple of shoulders being thrown around, and that was definitely free, pushing the back there now, but it has been a very physical game from the start, so hopefully that sort of stuff doesn't creep in, Ray, because everything has been on the ball and there has been nothing malicious at all.
A little bit of a reaction there from Dara Quamer. He's probably going to get a card for his trouble here now as well, is he?
Well, I think that was Liam Varley. And I don't
Varley
know.
got the yellow one, but I don't know, has he done anything else with it? No, I thought he was coming back over here towards
yeah, Liam Varley got the yellow initially there, Red.
yeah, but he is thrown in the ball. Credit to Barry Neal.
Okay.
Yeah, but this could flare up again. Ball is thrown in. No one able to get it. Nothing. And it was eventually picked up there by Dara Daly. Dara launched it down. Jogger Doyle has it. Jogger shortens the stick. And that's a fabulous score there from Tommy Doyle.
Top score. And it's really after lifting the Gaels here in front of us. You can see they were waiting for something like that to happen. To lift them.
That's certainly
a couple of minutes before half time.
Yeah, they've fired up. We're into the last 15 seconds or so. I think 1 minute of additional time is going to be the call, but we wait for the official call. Ball is fired down here. Gaels in battling for it. Angus Clark is trying to get it. Niall O'Brien is in there. Gaels almost had it there with Brendan Doyle. Now there's a bit of a ruck ball. Yeah, 1 minute is the additional time. They haven't called it just yet. It is coming out now. Who has the ball? The Castletown man surely fouled as he was going in with the ball. And yeah, I think Barry Neal just took his time on that. He didn't see it there, I think.
Conor Murphy got down low and got it up, and just when he was coming out, he was tripped. But every ball is so hard fought for here. Absolutely no one found wanted here. Everyone is putting in a huge effort, and it's a great game to watch in conditions. So physical.
Brendan, you want about 10 eyes because there's a bit going on down here on the sideline here as well. Pleasantries being exchanged, and I don't think we're finished yet, the two managers, but right now the ball is in Niall O'Brien's hand. He's putting it on the ground. He's about 50 metres or so out. Nobody in on the goals except Noel Connerty and one of his defenders. Niall O'Brien be hoping to put this one dead. Probably the last play of the half. 1 minute of additional time was the call. 1-7 to 1-5 for Castletown Geoghegan as O'Brien takes his time. He lifts it, strikes it. Nice low trajectory, fired it over the bar. Point number 3 there from Niall O'Brien, and I would expect that's going to be the last action of the half.
Followed on from the last day. Very good in the freeze today again, you have to say. But still only 3 points in every.
After only pucking the ball, Brendan.
You know, and anything could happen. Very entertaining game to watch. And very, very physical. And we knew that both teams are really going for this. And it's
it's bubbling over as they come off the field as well. Yeah, the regulations there, Brendan, for one team to go off the field first. You know, and it's there for that reason. But the crowd are really getting into this, Brendan. And, you know, I tell you, we're in store for a humdinger second half, that's for sure.
It's lining up that way, Ray, yeah, absolutely. And all them ruck balls, the middle third, I think Castletown are a little bit on top. Is that fair to say? Now the Gaels are working really hard, don't get me wrong, but they're being too wasteful, in my opinion. Castletown are getting numbers back in their half back line, and it's giving them joy, and it's a platform for them to attack. Now, in conditions, we had a lot of wides, and you'd see that kind of balls going astray, first touch miss, but there's really nothing in this still.
No.
You know, you couldn't really.
Tell you what, Brendan Murray, it's like my fridge at home. There's nothing in it.
A mouse with a white flag in mine, Ray.
That's only because I have it all eaten, Brendan. That's all. But come here, we'll go back to that and have just quickly before the lads go to an hour. We're going to a break for analysis. Castletown had the dream start with Shane Slavin's goal.
Yeah, really well taken goal. Off the shoulder, throwing ball around. You know what I mean? And there was runners. Now they started the first 10 minutes that brilliantly. They got 3 or 4 scores out of that, and then like Peter Clark got through, gave a great ball to Niall O'Brien. Another day, any other day, Niall would have buried that.
Yeah.
So no, so they are making the opportunities. Where on the other end, the Gaels are getting a little bit harder to get scores. It looks like. You know, obviously the numbers back are helping Castletown, but they might have to change it up a bit. They done it at half time the last day. So, do you know what I mean? What are we going to see now in the second half?
Castletown has to be aware of that, Brendan.
Absolutely.
The kitchen sink is coming now in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. No, look, Castletown are long enough around. They know what the Gaels are going to bring in the second half, and especially what happened just before half time. Like, as you says, you want to head in you like a cauliflower. You want to be looking at both ends of the field. You know what I'm saying? You can't miss anything here because there's stuff going on everywhere. So look, it's so enjoyable. Enjoyable.
Yeah, conditions might be tough for the lads out there, but my God, they're giving us huge enjoyment and huge entertainment. Brendan and myself are going to take a break. The boys, we're going to have a break for you at home. We're going to break here, but we'll be back with analysis pitch side in a couple of minutes. Plenty to talk about. Join us in a couple of minutes.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park. Serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin's Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusick Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shemarta Precast.
Yeah, it's half time here in West Reed Senior Hurling, the Slevin's coaches Senior Hurling Championship final, and Brendan Shaw and Paula Hearn are with me. And lads, if you wanted passion, if you wanted thrills and spills, today is the day for it. There has been an absolutely tremendous 30 minutes of hurling.
The two teams have given us a tremendous first half of hurling. The thrills and spills, you couldn't take your eye off it. There was drama here at the end, a bit of a shamuzzle here in the
bit of passion, Brendan. Yeah, bit of passion. It's nothing in it. It's just a bit of passion.
And look, it's good honest stuff. There's manly stuff on the field there today. You know, it's the Gaels are down 3 points, but it's anybody's game really. It's that tight, and the battles are the serious physical battles.
Absolutely immense.
You know, I mean, it's dog eat dog out there now.
Yeah, and Paul, without putting any bit disrespectful to the Gaels, I think they're quite kind of lucky that they're only 3 points down. Castletown have probably played more of the hurling in that first half, but the Gaels just stick at it and stick at it and stick at it. And some of their defending has been of the top drawer variety.
Yeah, no, Castletown will go the 4 wides, one of which was Niall O'Brien putting the ball wide for a goal. They'd be a bit unhappy with, some of those elements. Dan Higgins, the full back line for Lough Gaels have been
outstanding. Yeah.
On the other side, the half-forward line for Castletown, who were anonymous.
Brendan mentioned at the start of the programme, yeah.
What do you call it? They've come roaring into it, and they're actually like Angus Clark, Lene Varley. Peter Clark, I think, is playing midfield. He's been absolutely outrageous.
Both teams have set up with a sweeper system. Shane Williams for the Gaels and Jack Murphy at the back. But the man that's really impressed me for Castletown is Peter Murphy. They both him into the half-back line there. The amount of ball he's after coming out with there.
And not only the amount of ball he's got, Brendan. When he gets the ball, there seems to be wide open spaces in front of him, and he's just ploughing forward with it.
Yeah, I think Shane Williams had a bit of a jittery start to the game, but he's after settling now, and the Gaels really will need him to be on top form now in the second half. But it's there was a great cameo here on the sideline. Owen Daly and Jogger tussled for a ball, and there was a pass down the line here to Derek Waymer, and a point from 80 or 90 yards was absolutely the roof nearly lifted off the stand here with the cheer from that score. And we've had some really quality scores. Like Peter Clark has had 3 points in play.
Yeah.
And he's on his game today. He's at the half back line. He's ran a lot of ball, and he offloaded the ball there for the goal, and maybe he should have shot himself.
I agree. I agree.
He maybe was.
He was in full flow, like.
He was. Angus, we talked about the Castletown half-forward line. They've all scored, and Shane Clavin has been very prominent as well. He's moved forward a few times there and got on the end of the ball. And again, it's anyone's game.
And it's a clash of styles, Paul Ahern. Castletown are trying to play it through the lines. They're trying to play the hand pass. They're trying to move the ball quickly. The Gaels far more direct. Get the ball, get it into Owen Daly, get it into the jogger, who are having tremendous, they're getting great reward for it when they get it into that final third.
It's creating a lot of pressure inside, and I think the thing that Castletown haven't nailed down yet is the Gaels puckouts. They're dropping off the puckouts. Noel Connaughty is going short, and then it's the second ball that's going long, and they're able to get it into the square direct from the puckout. And that's just creating opportunities. Castletown have defended it reasonably well, apart from the penalty so far. But, it's... to be fair to the Gaels, it's not all direct play with them. I think both teams are playing incredible hurling, great passing under tricky conditions. The handling has been really, really good. The passing is
the first touch, Brendan.
Really good.
First touch from both sides.
The Gaels, I'm just looking at the scores here. They've David Williams on 1-3, Tommy Doyle on a point, and Derek Waymer on a point. I think they'll have to get more out of that forward line. Castletown are just getting more out of their forward line. I think Derek McNichols now has a big half going up. They're gonna, he is quality, and we know that he can ping those over from 80-90 yards. So the Gaels are going to have to up the shooting rate a bit now in the second half.
I think David Williams needs to get on the ball more.
I agree with you. Yeah,
play.
It was going to be my next point. Yeah.
If you contrast the two number 11s, Peter Clark is everywhere.
Yeah.
David Williams, comparative-wise, hasn't been that quarterback he was the last.
David Williams is probably under that little bit more pressure because Jack Murphy is having a cracking good game as well for Castletown on the opposite side. They've probably targeted Castletown. Alamanga would probably have targeted David Williams, try and keep a ball away from. Very interesting to note the amount of frees in the game. I only counted 12 frees in the first half, 6 for either side. And Barry D is letting the game flow as best he can. Let the game flow.
A great job.
We've had one yellow card, which was probably deserved.
Yeah.
He gave a penalty. That was certainly a penalty from our position anyway. It looked certainly a penalty. So, I mean, he's going to play a major part in this, but at the same time, he's going unnoticed in this. Roaring and shouting from the stand for frees and everything like that. But he's trying his best to let the game flow.
Of course he is, and passions are high here on the sideline. We saw a little bit of an incident here in the first half, and the end of the first half. But it's going to come down to this. I said at the beginning, it's going to come down who wants this more.
Yeah,
and the heart and the desire, and a mistake here or there, that could swing this game. It's so tight.
Yeah, it's very, very tight here at half-time in TG Cusick Park. We're going to take a little break now, and it'll be back up to Ray and Brendan for the second half here. We're really, really looking forward to this. If it's half as good as the first half, it'll be an absolute thriller here. We hope you're enjoying it on our YouTube channel. Back up to Ray and Brendan.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin's Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA.
Cusick Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Hurling to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
We're back here on commentary for both sides. I think they're going to start off and where they finish at half time, Brendan. We're getting to know each other in the middle of the field.
Making acquaintances.
Barry Nino might be better just get that. Or is Barry Kelly get that?
Barry Kelly, I think.
Yeah, get that boot tied up and get off the field as he has the right to get going. No changes to either side from what we can see, Brendan. So it's a game of hokey pokey out there. Angus Stark eventually does come in and get it. Oh, frontal tackle and Clark forced to the ground.
Yeah, I think
we're going to get a card here.
Accidental to Anthony Ray looking at the two of them hurt each other. They just kind of both lifted their heads and I think they went straight. But it wasn't free, of course. Angus had the ball, but it was it Dara Daly?
Jesse Malone has got the yellow card, isn't it? Is it Philip Riley that's down there, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, Philip Riley, yeah. It looked to me like it was accidental. Two men just ran straight into each other by accident. And free here for Niall O'Brien. He could have the distance. He's hitting them well enough now today. He's out scoring 3 from 3, is that right?
Absolutely.
In his freeze, so this one is a little bit further out, but
he's about
well kept.
Half a metre outside his own 65-metre line. Chance here now for O'Brien, first one inside the open minute of the second half. Niall takes his time, lifts him out in front of him, fires it in, but it's gone, pulled across the face of the goals and wide. Wide number 6 for Castletown, 4 from the Gaels in that opening half as Noel Connolly goes short. And then That's the last time it went short, because then it goes hugely long. Johnny Birmingham is under. Geoghegan gets a hand on it. Ball goes to ground. Who has it? Picked up, coming out. It looked like there was a trip on the Castletown man. And off the ground, he tried to hit it out there, but it was half blocked down. Derek McNicholas is in tussling for it. I think that's what we're going to see in this second half. It's not only tussles, but Peter Clark did absolutely brilliantly to get that ball into his hand, and with that then goes off without it. The Gaels are tussling for it. Ball is still popping there. Slevin somehow manages to lift it up, gives it on quickly to English Clark. Oh, and a wild swing there across. He has an advantage. Gives the ball inside. Jack Murphy, I think the referee will come back for it.
Rightly so. Barry seeing the free and let it develop, and that's a real good use of an advantage, because Castletown on numbers, it was their own fault it broke down, so bringing it back for the free.
Yeah, the free for Niall O'Brien. He's between 65 and the halfway line here. He's going to take this one.
Yeah, he got the distance the last time, not the accuracy, so he'll be looking to straighten her up a little bit this time, Ray. He's looking around him. Yeah, he's going to go short.
Looks like he's not confident with the long distance. Well, let's see. No other option on, so he fires it up high. Now is it drifting? Is it staying inside the post? No. The narrowest the margin, Brendan. The umpire was looking at it for a long time. You see the splash of water off the net behind the goals. No problem with the distance as we're underway again here. Shane Williams takes the short puck out, goes long, looking for Owen Daly. The ball goes to ground. Castletown getting on the breaking ball. Oh, high tackle there on Morgan Gavigan coming out with the ball there. And again, a lot of foul in here. I'm sure Castletown discussed what we did at half time, Brendan. They knew this first 10 minutes of the second half. The Gaels were trying to throw the kitchen sink at them.
They didn't want the same thing as happened in the last day, Ray. The first 10 minutes, the Gaels really dominated. So Castletown have started this half that bit stronger. They're winning all them breaking balls. That time they're getting frees, but they're too far out. They're probably not putting them on the scoreboard, but they are dominating the middle third.
The puck out, that free was taken from Angus Clark back in his own half back. Then he looked for Riley across on the far side. Micheál Daly has been stuck to Riley like glue. All got reached in around and got a little flick on it, gone out over the sideline. Line ball just inside the 20. I think that looks like the flag for the 20-metre line over there. Peter Clark puts it on the ground. Conditions. I've really added to this game, Brendan. It's been huge excitement in here. Crowd really into it. 3 between us. Almost 4 minutes gone in the second half.
Yeah, so physical. Peter's after striking that very well. No. Inside the post and wide.
Yeah, wide number 3, and Castletown haven't got the scoreboard moving at all yet. They've 3 opportunities with 3 wides. The puck out has gone down here.
That's a free.
Yeah, good play there. Or good refereeing there. Aaron Glenn, the number 2 there.
He was being held. His arm was being held just when he got away. Derek was cute. He got inside him. And he just was held. Aaron had a hold of his arm. It was a free. So this is very like Niall O'Brien's.
Yeah.
He's a long way out.
He is the defensive side of Castletown's midfield mark. You can see there he's about 67 metres or so out. He'll take his time on it. The Swan comes right across the field and passes over her head there, rising off the canal. It's even wet for them today. David Williams has fired this one in now. It's, I think, the same.
A good bit wide. Both lads are getting the distance, just not the accuracy.
Yeah, the ball is wet, Brendan.
It's a wet ball, absolutely.
They're trying to force it maybe just a little bit outside the range, and they're pulling it. But anyway, we're gone over the far side. Angus Clark is tossing for with Philly Riley. Philly, he was. I thought it was very close to the ground there. Yeah, so there's a bit of muck under his fingernails there after that one, but again,
probably unlucky. Yeah, he just didn't get it up with the hurl. Just on them frees, Ray, happened to me more times than you know. It nearly skids off the hurl.
No, Brendan, we never see you hitting wides here, and never in the county final.
Well, I remember the wides. I don't remember the ones that scored, but it skids off the hurl. That's realistic. Like when the ball is dry, it's crisp, you can feel the strike, and when it's wet, it's very hard to get accurate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really, your technique is so important. So, in fairness, Niall has been very good in the first half. These low ones seem to be working for him.
He went lower that time with it. Nicer trajectory.
Yeah. Just the long distance ones you can't do that with. So they're working for him.
Yeah, the puck out goes short. Dara Daly picks it up, and nice play from Dara because he was closed down immediately by Angus. Start back into Shane Williams, and it's gone route 1 where the jogger is in under it again. This time they break it away, but ball not cleared. Jogger's on the ground in there. No, he's not. I thought he had it in his hand. No, the Castletown man coming out with it. Don't know how he managed to get it, but Jack Murphy coming out. Jack tripped, goes to ground. And I think and there's a little bit of descent here. Barry Nee, I think, is bringing. No, I thought he was bringing. David Williams is going to get a yellow card for his trouble. I would imagine that's for something that was said.
Yeah, it looked like that. But again, it's kind of continuing where we left off in the first half. The Gaels are winning that Castletown. Them balls in. The Gaels are winning all the breaks and they're coming out with the ball, winning frees or whatever it is, setting up. They're dominating. They're still on top in this half so far anyway.
Yeah, the
puck out the board on the scoreboard. They're not doing that.
It's gone over the far side where Riley is under severe pressure. The ball has gone out over the sideline. Linesman over in the far side, a little bit behind play there, but he does signal that it is going to be a Castletown ball. Niall O'Brien has gone over to take it.
He's looking to go short as well. He's looking to find a man, it looks like.
Yeah, but
steady ball.
Gets it in towards Angus. Dark Angus almost lifted it up, but Castletown do eventually pick it. Riley has it, shortens his stick, he turns, fires it in, but I think it's gone wide. Reaction of Noel Connolly there from. As soon as that ball left the stick, he was gone to get another ball for a puck out straight away. Doesn't go in a hurry with him. He settles himself down, finds Philly Riley. Philly doesn't control it in the first attempt. Castletown close him down, but Philly is gone to ground there. Ball breaks out. Peter Murphy picks it up. Peter turns, spins around, fires it in. Dangerous ball into Riley, has it again. Riley trying to take on, he needs a bit of support. He's gone to ground. Someone manages to find Vardy. Vardy's in. It's in the net. Vardy has scored. Goal for Castletown.
Very well worked, David Riley. You know, we haven't. Michael Daly, I have to say, has been doing a great job on it, but that's what that man can do. What a fetch, took on the man and then had the awareness to pop it to Vardy.
Now can the Gaels respond? Ball is broken down. Morgan Gavigan has it, holding off 3 or 4 defenders as he's coming out with the ball. Still manages to keep the ball in front of him. He's going to get hit there as he went close to the sideline. He threw it, felt he was being fouled, but he certainly ran out of space there very, very quickly. Back into his position again. You can't hardly draw a breath here. David Williams is going to take this line ball. The signal is Owen Daly making his way in towards. Joggers already in with Johnny Birmingham very, very close to him, back in front of the goals. This line ball is about 63 metres or so out.
He could strike this right into the square now if he connects right.
Yeah, cut it low. Of course, commentator's curse never fails. Shane Slevin steps in as the hurl has gone thrown away. I think the Lough Gaels man throws the hurl. I was watching the hurl going. I'm not sure what has happened. Brendan, have you seen it going on in there?
Yeah, look, I think it was kind of more of an awkward tackle more than anything. I think it's a free out. He didn't wave his arm now, but yeah, he kind of got his arm wrapped into him. He actually hurt himself. Jason Malone, I think it was, but I think Barry's given a free out as far as I can see. But this game at the moment, Ray, if the Gaels don't change what they're doing or lift their intensity, this game's going to get away from them because Castletown they're starting to punish them now, and that goal, very important.
There's a yellow card coming out, I would imagine, for John Egan down here. I think it's unsporting. Right. Is it unsporting conduct? He got the opponent's hurl and just threw it away.
Oh, is it? I didn't actually see that part. That's what that was for. That's fair enough.
Linesman that did cop it. Now let's see. I think he's going to resume with a throw-in ball. Right. Yeah, so no free for the tackle on Shane Slevin. The referee being sensible does throw it in. Castletown kick it forward. Angus Clark is there on it. Gets the jersey pulled, stretches it across, but he gets a nice ball across to Peter Clark. Peter trying to get it on the turn, kicks the ball forward, picked up very, very well by Jason Malone, but he's blocked out. It might still work out because it's straight into the hand of Philly Riley. Philly frontal tackle, still going forward. He'll come back for the free.
Yeah, well worked by Philly. In fairness, he threw a little dummy there and took the tackle and got his free. It was a free. The Gaels probably need this one, Ray, to keep in touching distance, you know.
Yeah, 2-9-1-5.
I know there's 20 minutes left or so, but the game is getting away from them.
Yeah, but we'll have twists and turns,
no doubt,
Brendan, in these last 20 minutes. David taking his time on this one. He's a little bit closer to the 65 than the 45, but well within his range. This time, he shouldn't have to force it. Distance shouldn't be an issue with it. Goes through his routine as he comes forward. He lifts it. Nice little strike on it. Now we're right behind it here. I'm not sure. It is just about inside the upright. Good score though.
Just inside the post, yeah. He needed that one.
Yeah. Short puck out again.
Oh, we could be in trouble. No, he
The
recovered.
ball very, very close to be picked off the ground. Gaels trying to capitalise on it. The ball is inside. Morgan Gavigan's trying to get away. Nisha McKenna's on his knees. Oh, there was an opportunity there for the Gaels now just for a minute, but Nisha McKenna puts a little bit of order on things, gives the hand pass on to Shane Slevin. Slevin tries to get away from his man, does very well to find his midfield partner. That's Peter Murphy.
I don't know, Ray. Now look at maybe Barry had a better view, but it looked like it was shoulder to shoulder to me. But
he's indicating that he turned his shoulder into it. I'm not too sure about that.
yeah,
You know, in the conditions and everything. So, yeah, but you know, did he do the charge?
yeah,
Could he have gone around the man?
Now,
you know, so
I think he did actually hit him in the chest. Now it looked maybe looking at the replay here on it.
yeah, and I think you know Peter Murphy had a chance maybe to come around the man where he went straight for him.
Yeah,
No,
just
okay.
looking at the replay, looking at it in real time, it looked like it was shoulder to shoulder. Just looking at the replay, he did actually get, and he is hurt. You know, so
Yeah, big hit, but
maybe it was a good call by Barry.
absolutely. Look at, you know,
He's done
Just
very
a-
well.
a-
You have to say he's
a-
let the ball, he let the game run, and he's given frees with the word frees. So
yeah, and he you know, it's unusual, I think, at times that a referee gets the replay again, but you know Barry didn't put a foot wrong or whatever in the drawing game, so you know,
yeah, and then
just in
fairness,
the word, John Egan is the man who's injured. Is he coming off for blood sub? I think maybe now. Not too sure. He's getting cleaned up a little bit down here before us, on front of us, but we'll watch David Williams. This free is just more central. Outside the 45-metre line of Geoghegan in the 6 in it at the minute. Damn it. Oh. I don't know what to say, Brendan, because that's not something we normally see.
it's not. No, it's our character for David now. Look, you have days like that. You have days like that, and that one was well wide. He's just not on song today with them.
Yeah, Kieran O'Brien has launched the puck out over to the far side, trying to get it. Ball that goes off the hands there of a Lough Gaels man, but it's picked up, and the Gaels have possession here. Owen Daly, Owen is back very, very deep, turns, hooked. Varley is over there, quick as a flash. He picks it up. Nice ball in from Angus Clark to Niall O'Brien to Angus Clark. Clark goes into the tackle, doesn't get a free, but it's back again. Castletown trying to make ground in there, but the ball is picked up then by Philly Riley, and Philly is going to win a free out for his side and tries to rise the crowd there because it looked like Castletown were going to get in on that one, but the defending resolute.
Probably took a bit too much over it.
Maybe so someone needed to pull the trigger.
Yeah, pull the trigger there. Angus might have been able to pull the trigger, but they were trying to work it through. They had men on the shoulder, and maybe that's the thing that they're trying to do to get through the tackles.
Yeah, and Brendan, in here we're sheltered from the wind, so we don't know, you know, how it can affect it. The ball has gone in from the free inside, and Johnny looks like he was fouled as he was trying to get the ball. He certainly feels like he was fouled. The ball went. Jack Murphy showed all his experience, pulled on the first time. Foot race here. Jack is going to win it. Pulls hard, doesn't win the ball though. Brendan Doyle doesn't get it into the hand. Castletown and Lough Gaels get numbers in around it. Lough Gaels man, horsed out of the way is all you can call it. Still players on the ground. Barry Nee is allowing the play to go on. Surely time to blow the whistle. Yes, it is. Peter Clark is in the wars again here. He's on the ground, last man up. He better get up quick because the ball's going to be thrown in around him.
Every ball being fought for right to the very death there. Every ball.
Brendan, it's unbelievable. Pull comes in there. Gaels men almost get in each other's way, but John Egan does eventually pick it up. He's gone route one. There's danger in here. Kieran O'Brien does very, very well. Kept his eye on it and quickly moves the ball out as far as Johnny Berrigan. Berrigan on to Slevin. Slevin comes out, runs into three Lough Gaels men. I don't know who has the ball, but he's gone to the ground. I think it's Morgan Gavigan. There's a frick. I don't know. I'm not going to comment anymore, Brendan.
Yeah, well, look,
it looked like it was coming out. It looked like Morgan Gavigan was fouled.
Probably,
linesman is going to say something here. I don't know what's going on. But
yeah, well, look, we're the other side of it. You know, Barry's in the middle looking from another. He's looking at another side of it completely. So he might have seen a throw or something. You don't know. But anyway, Derek Nicholas seems to be on freeze now. He's had to change it from David. Probably a good call if Derek can nail this. Has been a good free taker over the years.
Yeah. Castletown supporters not overly happy with that decision, but changing free taker. Derek McNicholas gone on to it here. This one is about 35 metres or so out. Lifts it, strikes it. It's very, very high. And the reaction from it's the Castletown Geoghegan crowd. The reaction I'll tell you that one has gone left and wide. You know, Jack Gallagher making his way on.
The freeze have killed him. The freeze have killed him in a way. You know, it's just they need them. They're 6 points down.
Yeah, and they've had 3 opportunities. Brendan with freeze to get David Williams to take 2 uncharacteristic
and
wide.
a few in the first half as well. You know, there are after how many have the 6 maybe in total have they missed?
For 7 wide there for the Gaels. I make it 9 now for Castletown. There is another sub for the Gaels. Aaron Kennedy, the number 13, is coming. We'll just see Jason Malone. So it's a reverse of what was on the team sheet.
John Egan is coming off actually. Jason Malone is staying on.
Yeah, Jason Malone is staying. In fact, that
John on the yellow card.
On the yellow, and I think he got a last word of warning here from Barry Nee down below us.
I think so. Yeah, that last time.
Good management there by the Lough Gaels sideline there. Get him out there in case of going down to 14 men. Puck out is underway here. Kieran O'Brien, the long arm of David Riley, reached high, didn't hold the ball. Shane Clavin picks up the break. Just manages to hand the ball back out to Angus. Dark Angus swiveled, let go, but
a bit of a snapshot.
Probably knew that the advantage of him taking was going to go back out for a free for Castletown Geoghegan.
He didn't have much time to do much else now. He just took a snapshot. Another day that could go over the bar.
Yeah, and again, credit to the referee. If the ball went over the bar, he'd probably allowed the advantage
Good
to play.
Advantage,
so,
good advantage play.
It's going to come back out for Niall O'Brien. Wait and see where is the freebie. I think Niall is just looking for. I'm looking for the line. I can't see the linesman in the darkness over there on the far side. I do see him. I think I see him now. Yeah, I do see him. He's
you'd hear him if you couldn't see him anywhere. He'd let you know fairly quick. But this free goes over the bar. It's 7 points. It's a huge lead. You know, the Gaels struggling to get scores between frees and from play. And the day that's in it, they're just struggling to score. That's over the bar, 7.
5 for Niall O'Brien, all coming from frees. We're into the last 12 minutes or so of this game. Noel Connolly ready with the puck out. He's going route 1. There's the Galesman Jason Malone inside. Might have been better off to stay out for the breaking ball, but how do I know? Because he comes straight in and wins the breaking ball. Ball has gone inside. Who reacts first? Nisha McKenna goes to ground. Somehow he managed to get the ball out to David Maloney. Maloney trying to play a bit of football. Tom Scats-Brown didn't train them too well at that either. It's in there in the danger area. Oh, the long arm there of Nisha McKenna might just have been crucial.
Nisha, because that was David Williams straight through and goals. Only for that flick.
Great clearance from Varley, down looking for O'Brien again. Ball break, Jack Gallagher, he's keen to make an impression, didn't score the last day either. Pops it on to Riley. Riley comes inside, there's 3 men around him.
Gallagher's inside.
Great ball inside. Jack Gallagher off his left hand, can he get the score?
Very well worked. Jack gave Riley the ball and kept going. And Riley, again, brilliant awareness all the time, looking up, head up, found Jack and over the bar.
Yeah, 3 defenders. They know the danger that Riley can create, but puck out has gone short, gone in long, then from the short one. David Maloney is tossing for it. It's picked up by the Gaels. Can they get a hand pass? Has gone in, but I don't know how Morgan Gavigan even seen the ball, let alone react to it, and he's coming away, bouncing it on the stick, still going. Oh, lovely play there, gives it on now to Jack Gallagher. Jack half blocked down, but Morgan Gavigan has still gone up there. Gavigan manages to kick it forward, gone inside. Shane Williams is coming across. Shane doesn't get it up in the first attempt, does get it up now, gets away from Morgan, who would put in a huge effort.
No credit for it. He's after covering a lot of ground.
Ball in with Brendan Doyle. Brendan, not the best strike in the world, picked up there by the fullback Nisha McKenna. McKenna finds Vardy. Vardy finds Peter Clark. Peter Clark turns, fires. Oh, it's gone right and wide. Wide number 5 of the second half. 2:11, 1-6. Clock said 20 minutes. Puck out has gone out. Peter Clark is on his knees, tussling for it. No one able to get clean possession. I think I see a hurl out there on the ground, belonged to somebody, but let's see. Clark with the jersey pulled up around his neck, comes forward with it. Tackled hard by David Williams. David Williams, little flick out to the far side where I think that's Aaron Kennedy that's got on to it. Kennedy gives it down the line. Owen Daly's tussling for it. Good defending there by Shane Clavin. It's gone out over the sideline, over on the far side of the field.
Yeah, very good. Castletown are still, they're clamping down on any balls that are going in there. They're going straight back out one direction, you know, and you see the Gaels making a big push, 10 minutes left for that to be looking for goals, so Castletown could be under pressure they could be swamped with long ball. Any chance the Gaels to get, I can see them putting it long. That's traditionally what they do, so we'll see what happens.
And they have two very experienced men going now. The ball has been cut in, hard to see it, flicks inside. Jack Murphy does well to read it, and Jack is on to the breaking ball, pops a little ball outside now to Peter Murphy. Another hand pass, late hit on him there, but referee allows it to go on because Peter Clark has it. Clark looking for Riley, but well read over there. I think that was Dan Higgins that read that one coming across.
Oh, it's lost. Jack Gallagher has it.
Jack Gallagher has it. Pops it on. Riley with the chance, with the finish. David Riley. It's his first goal of the game. Believe it or believe it not, he's been involved in so much. But Dan Higgins hardly put a foot wrong throughout the game. And Shane Williams, I think it was Shane Williams then that lost the ball at a crucial time.
You have to say, Jack Gallagher started the last day, wasn't really in the game, and he's after making some difference today, Ray.
Yeah, the ball is poked out here. David Williams has it now. Gets it into the danger. There's a lot of bodies in there. Good defending in there by the Castletown to get it away. David Maloney's after. I think it's David Maloney anyway. He has it in his hand. Gives it on quickly. Vardy has it. Hooked very, very well there. Right beside the sideline. Ball has gone out over the sideline. 3:11, 1-6, 22 minutes, 20 seconds gone on the clock. Into the last 7.5 minutes or so. This line ball is going to be taken over the far side by Dara Quaymar. Quaymar, I think. Yeah,
it is.
Clips it in. Lovely ball. Looking for Owen Daly. Daly brings it to the ground. He's on the breaking ball. Nisha McKenna. Nisha is in there. All arms and all legs trying to get it out. Jogger has it now. Jogger shoveled past it in. Oh, Jason Malone dropped it there but picked it up somehow. Derek has it. Hooked. Ball's on the ground. Castletown on the ground. Kicked out. Man, hooshed out of the way. That's all I can say about it. Derek is fighting in there again. I can't see it. Jogger's reaching. He's low down. I don't know who has it. Gaelsman has it. Brendan Doyle. David Williams has it. Shot!
Oh! What a goal.
It is indeed. Yes, indeed it is. Brilliant strike from David Williams. Castletown had the chance to get it away. Game back on again.
Yeah, what a strike. What a finish. Found that top corner. Lifted the net over it now. What a strike. No, the only thing is they need another three of them, Ray. So
I watched it. I couldn't see Brendan. It hit the net. I didn't know whether it hit the wire or what it hit, but what a strike. And they're on in possession again. Well, they were momentarily. They're trying to get it out. Doesn't break for as Castletown have it. Castletown go to the ground and they get a free.
Yeah, good reply by them now. Working hard. Won a free there. Settle things down again after the Gaels getting a goal. Gaels would have wanted to build on top of that.
They needed the next score. They needed the next score, Brandon.
Yes. And Castletown, if Niall can put this over.
No, there's not saying they're going to get the score over, but certainly the sub coming in down below is Jordy Williams. Is going to make his way in for Lough Gaels.
Yeah, just going back to that goal, David Williams, like that's why he has in his locker. What a strike! What a goal!
Like it was almost in a telephone box. He had so little room. Back of the net.
Yeah, what a finish!
Warren Williams is replacing Marcus Kennedy at 14, so certainly putting the numbers in there around the square. We'll be hoping they'll maybe get another chance again, waiting for the number 14 to make his way off. Before Niall O'Brien gets the signal to take this free. He's just outside the 45-metre line. I think at this stage, umpire has the flag down there, so. Niall O'Brien is standing over this one. He's had a bit of time to think about this one, so he comes forward. He lifts it, strikes it in, fires it in, makes no mistake, rifles it over the bar. Point number 6, all coming from place balls, but they are all important. He was in there and trying to disrupt the short puck out routine that the Gaels have. The ball is inside, picked up by Jack Murphy. Jack fouled as he was coming out with the ball. And it's going to be a free out for Castletown. We're into the last 5 minutes or so, Brendan.
Yeah.
It's been relentless, Brendan. The effort that both these sides have put in has been incredible.
Yeah, the Gaels, the effort they put in, you can't fault them for that. Just in fairness to Castletown, they probably didn't do it the last day. They've really dominated the half-back line here. They've got numbers in, and anything the Gaels have put in, especially in the second half, in general, they've dealt with it, and that's the platform that they're getting joy up front.
Kieran O'Brien has come out almost for his own 45 to launch this one down, looking for Riley. Riley takes it to ground. He's gone after it again, but there's a Gaels man there with the possession. Dara Quaymar. Dara over the shoulder, a little bit blindly, out towards Peter Clark. He gets it on the third attempt, steps inside and then drops the ball. Closed down immediately. Ball breaks. Shane Williams is on it. Shane, a lot of steps as he's coming out there. Foul goes to ground. Now we just need to settle because Gaels need to get numbers in around the square here.
Brought it up.
It's been brought forward, yeah.
Are they going to go for the score? Or are they going to drop it in here now?
3-12, 2-6, 9 between them.
David Williams looks to be trying this one again.
Yeah, it might have suited the Gaels better for the free to have been left where it was.
Yeah.
Drop it in, Now does he have the option? Would he try and put it in with a bit of top spin maybe in around crossbar height? Let's see, he's inside the 65. Gets it, not going for the
over the bar.
Dropping one in, so he's content to take the score. Fires it in, fires it over the bar. That's 2 goals and 5 now for David Williams. Puck out again, coming from Kieran O'Brien. Kieran is in no hurry with it. He's going over the far side with a great strike of the wet ball. Over looking towards Riley. Riley goes high. Ball goes to ground. Who's on the breaking ball? Angus was there. And he has Peter Clark in support. Peter trying to get away from his man. That's Dara Daly. Dara fighting like a Trojan over there. Gives it ball back to Riley. Riley back to Angus Clark. And Angus foul goes to ground. And it's going to be a free in. And all this is eating at the clock, Brendan.
Yeah, it is. And look, the Gaels, their balls that they needed, they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. But
the sub coming in, number
another
19.
One here for Niall O'Brien to get that score back and leave 9 between them again.
Yeah, number 19, Dean Slevin, is going to be introduced here in the next couple of seconds or so. It's free just outside 45 metre line. 3:12, 2:07. The clock heading close to the 28 minutes gone into the last 2 minutes. There will be a few minutes of addition time. We've had subs and stuff like that. I would expect maybe 3 or thereabouts, but let's see. Niall O'Brien is standing over this free. He'll give it all his care and attention for this one. Lifts it now. Strikes a little bit higher this time. Makes no mistake though, it's the same result. She's gone between the uprights, and Liam Vardy is going to be replaced here by number 19, Dean Slevin. Vardy, a goal and a point. Really stepped to the plate in this one. And the puck out is taken out. Dara Quamer on front of David Riley. Riley gets a half hook on him as the ball is played over into the far corner. The footer is there with Jack Gallagher has it. Gets it. Gets away from his man.
Now, right?
Yeah, he's a long way back, but he does very well. The shovel pass it on to Slevin. Slevin, first time down the line, looking for Niall O'Brien. Dan Higgins has it. Dan Higgins has been excellent throughout the 2 games and even throughout this championship. Gives it back in now to Noel Connolly. Noel will be loving this, and certainly they're all turned around. They're all heading for the goals. It's dropping down. Jack Murphy reaches high, got a stick to it, got it to ground, and Castletown have it again there. Can they get it away? I think that was Peter Murphy that managed to get a touch on it. It's not going to go out over the sideline. Flick back into play. David Maloney does well to reach back in and prevent the Lough Gaels not getting it. And Jack Murphy showing all his experience. And then Peter Murphy on to Peter Clark, who sends it long, dropping in here. O'Brien is in after, hunting for it. Noel Connolly needs to be vigilant. Good hands from the goalkeeper as he gets it and launches it long down the field. We're into the last 30 seconds. Still no indication of what additional time. Owen Daly has it. Owen Daly is trying to get it around a couple of defenders. Back now to Shane Williams. Shane goes low. Deflected.
I think it
did, but I think it might have been off the stick
Jack.
of Jack Murphy.
Yeah,
I think it might have been.
I think it was.
We'll give Shane Williams the benefit of it anyway.
Yeah.
For the stats.
He had a helmet before that, and then Jack hurled it over the bar. It was on target towards the net, so.
Sub coming in here. Shane Clavin is going to be replaced by the number 17.
McKeany,
the number 17 is McKeany.
Shane Clavin, I have to say, put in a huge shift throughout the game.
He got the goal to set the tone for Castletown. 4 minutes is the call for additional time. We're into them already. Kieran O'Brien back there in the goals on our right hand side, launches it right handed. Owen Daly has gone back out. Ball broke there, but Castletown don't pick it up. But Brendan Daly picked up, or Brendan Doyle. Brendan out here now to David Williams. Lovely stick work, and then somehow managed to get the strike in and not be hooked. Goes long. Derek is rising high. Johnny Birmingham able to break the Derek. Man inside. Jack Murphy showing all his experience, gets it away momentarily from the danger area. Danger's not gone yet for Castletown. The Gaels have it. Ball is in soccer parlance, gone to the back post. McNicholas is on it again. He'll try and get it onto that hand, and then he's been held. Yes, he is. A little bit of a reaction there now. Let's see. It is going to be free, and there's no option here. This has to be in the back of the net.
They have to go for goal, yeah. They're out of time. Just going back to there, Ray, Jack Murphy has been very solid there today. He's cut out an awful lot of ball and has been very good on the ball, very physical. And he was there again. He cut out that ball that went through the jogger.
Yeah.
Could have been a goal again, you know.
Yeah, the ball is on the. I think the foul is into the 20, so it'll come back to the 20-metre line. So I presume, am I right in saying, Brendan, there should be no Gaels attackers inside the 20-metre line? It's not happening if it is. Because I see Derek,
Derek's been told to get out.
He's getting the call to come back outside. So Castletown, they were caught with a free in the drawing game. They should be alert to the danger here, organising themselves. Goalkeeper will watch it. David Williams rises, strikes it off. It is over the bar, but from the free, a bit of an anti-climax. I thought he needed a goal on it, but just narrows the gap. 3:13, 2:9, 7 between them. Another sub coming in. This time it's the number 20, Oren Gavican. Not sure who Oren is replacing. It's Niall O'Brien is making his way off. Oren, one of the young players, as Niall makes his way off. 32 minutes on the clock, waiting for Niall to make his way off, and his brother Kieran has the ball in his hand, and he's ready with the puck out. Job not fully done yet, Niall. Let's go, Kieran O'Brien. Ready with the puck out. Goes long, over the far side it goes. It's looking for Riley. Riley somehow managed to get a hand up in the air, and Angus Clark is on the breaking ball. Was he fouled? Referee doesn't see it that way, and one-handed gets it inside. Castletown are on the breaking ball. Dean Slevin, his first chance. Little ball kicked out here. Jack Gallagher is on it. Jack pulls the trigger. I tell you, Jack Gallagher has made a huge impression in this game.
Look, he set up the goal for Riley. He's been all over the field. In fairness, look at him. He's gone straight back into the half-back line here now after scoring that point. Yeah, very good since he come on. Look at he'd a point to prove from the last day. That's the way he's.
Yeah, and
he's doing it.
Inge Starr coming in with the ball to Riley. Riley, first time he's mishit it as such, straight in as far as Noel Connerty. Noel long down the field. Morgan Gavican just flicks it away from David Williams. David turns on his left side, fires it in, but that's going to be going out over the end line. Wide ball, and at this stage we're into the last minute of the 4 minutes of addition time. 3:14 to Castletown. That's 23, 2-9. That's 15 for the Gaels. 8 between them. Kieran O'Brien launches it out over the far side. The target is Riley again. Riley goes high. Ball broke down. David Williams is on it again. He's had Morgan Gavican living with him for the last 2 games. Gavican does well. Oh, what a high tackle on David Riley there as he goes aground. The ball taken away, and I think
head collision. There's more awkward than that, and I don't think it was who was a Mick.
Mihal Daly,
yeah.
Mihal apologising.
I think both of them are okay.
Hopefully
it's a free, Castletown free anyway. Niall O'Brien is gone off the field, so is it Angus that's going to hit this? Angus had a pretty good second half now, Ray. You'd have to give it to him. He won a lot of frees there, and won a lot of dirty ball and set up a lot of play. He's been in the game and more influential.
Looking at the Castletown bench down below here, they're ready to greet this one. 2 in a row. They put back to back for the first time since the 1950s. So Alan Mangan certainly getting the most out of this group of players. David Riley, one of his star performers, he's back on his feet. Angus is going to take this free. He's right on the halfway line. We're gone over the allocated 4 minutes as Angus launches it in.
It's over the bar.
It's over the bar. It's a great score from Angus. It's only his second one of the game, but he has lifted his performance 100%, and I think we're all over as the referee Barry Nee has blown the full-time whistle. It is victory for the men from Geoghegan. Fantastic game of hurling here. Might have petered out a little bit in the second half because Castletown knew what they were going to be facing. They faced fire with fire for that opening 10 minutes of the second half that the Gaels made so much hay on last week. But this time Castletown snuffed them out, defended their goal well, and we can see down below, Brendan, what this means to them.
Yeah, look, there's no doubt about it. They were the better team on the day. You know, they took their scores, worked the goals really well. Even in the first half there, through the hands. But for me, they really won this battle here in their own half-back line. Collinstown's half-forward line. They came out with a huge amount of ball there in the second half, and that was their launching pad, and they had the space up front, and they got dry out of it, you know. And but what a hard-fought game. There was huge intensity. That first half coming into the second half, they probably tired a bit in the second half. But
yeah, and naturally enough,
two teams really went at it, and it was an enjoyable game to watch, you know.
Yeah, it was exactly that. And we seen it yesterday, Brendan, in the football final. Goals win matches. Castletown got 3 of them. You know, David O'Reilly with one, Shane Clavin with the first one, and then Varley with a finish as well. You know, those 3 goals to put daylight between the sides. David Williams did get 2, one from a penalty, one from play, to keep the Gaels just within touch, but they never were able to get close enough to close that gap to really put pressure on that back line.
Yeah, and them goals, they were real sucker punches. As you said, like, goals win games, Ray, and it's especially in finals, they're a real sucker punch. And a shout out to the Downs, my own club. We got it yesterday, and the goals kept them that distance. And it was the same in a way today. The Gaels were under pressure to get goals then themselves. You see David Williams getting an outrageous goal there.
Yeah.
That was so well taken, and it just shows what he has in his locker. Probably Freeze didn't go well for him today. What did he score? Still scored 2-5.
Yeah,
performance.
2-6,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
2-6. So look at Castletown throughout. Probably, you know, just more men were on the ball and making the difference and getting scores all over the field. Different men from the last day were probably disappointed with their own performance. They stood up today. You know, the likes of Jack Gallagher coming on. You know, the half forward line done a lot of damage. Peter Clark in the first half made huge run through the middle. Got on a lot of ball in the second half. Probably left balls behind him that he couldn't usually. The Gaels probably seen him, targeted him a bit more because he was not doing a huge amount of damage. But in general, Castletown all over the field. Be a lot more happier with the performance from the first day.
Yeah,
you know?
well, it's black and amber is the colour for 2025, Brendan, because the Downs black and amber and the Castletown Geoghegan, man, they're 2 champions at the senior hurling, senior football for 2025. This game here in Castletown Geoghegan 3:15, Lough Gaels 2-9. Myself and Brendan, we're going to finish up on the commentary. We're going to a break for our viewers at home. We hope you enjoyed the coverage, but not finished just yet because the lads will be back pitchside for film analysis. But for myself and Brendan, our work is done for today.
Thanks, Ray.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin's Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusick Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Yeah, it's all over here in TEG Cusick Park. And Castletown Geoghegan have put back-to-back titles for the first time since the 1950s. 3-15 to 2-9. Comprehensive winners, it must be said, Paul Hearn here, particularly in the second half. They took over early in that second half. Goals win matches, they say, and goals won matches today.
Yeah, no, they certainly did, but like, you know, the things that caused those were, they just won those individual dirty battles and collective battles all over the field. Like, you know, we said, I think before the game, like, who's going to win the dirty ball and who's going to win those battles. And like, every time the ball went to ground, Castletown were coming out of it. They were getting the ball to ground, they were competing ferociously. They put huge pressure on the Gaels even when they had possession. And they were full value for the win.
Absolutely. And Brendan, we talked about hunger and desire. I honestly thought that the Gaels would come with huge hunger in that second half. little bit of warming up, I suppose, before half time, going in at the tunnel. I thought they would come out absolutely flying. In actual fact, they came out very flat in that second half. But 1-4, I think you have them for in the second half.
1-4 in the second half, and I thought the Castletown backs were immense in the second half, particularly Jack Murphy and Peter Murphy. They were immense. The amount of dirty ball as positives they won, and another significant, I suppose, really for Budamagan was bringing on Jack Gallagher. He got on the
immense influence. Agree. Really 100%. Yeah.
He scored 2 points in play, and he created the goal for David O'Reilly. And really, the goal that Liam Farley scored on 15 minutes there, that was the game changer. The game was really put to bed after that.
Again, from a mistake by the Gaels.
But the pressure that the Castletown backs, and they're better ball handling. The Gaels can't, David Williams, apart from David Williams, the forward division, 1 other point for play, that's not good enough to win a county final.
No, and it showed out there today, Paul. And I have to say, I thought Castletown came out with an absolute fierce hunger in that second half. And from the first 5 minutes, it looked as if they wanted to get to every ball, even if it was 15, 20 yards.
Yeah, I think they would have been very disappointed with how the second half started and turned out from the last day. And I'd say they targeted that first 10, 15 minutes, go for every tackle, go for every ball, try and dominate those exchanges. And I think for the Gaels, they just needed more variety in their game. They were just on a day like today, really hard to, high ball going in. You're not going to win team possession. Then it just becomes a battle and backs.
As Brendan says, Castletown were coping with that. Surely you'll go to plan B. If it's not working with your twin towers at the top, surely there has to be a plan B to try and get there.
It just wasn't there,
In the comfort of your own home or in...
We're going to go over the presentation now. Frank is just about to make the presentation, Frank Maskell.
I hope you have enjoyed the game as much as we have enjoyed it here in TG Cusick Park. First of all, I want you to give a big full of us to both teams for 2 fantastic games. So the Made Margaret from Gaels. 2 games refereed by the same referee in his first senior hurling final, and he did very, very well in both games. Thanks to Lene and his team of officials. Really well done, Barry. Our sponsors of all our hurling championships, Slevin coaches, we really are indebted to you for your sponsorship of our games. The game today and our drawn game, fought manfully by 2 superb teams who can be really proud what they brought to hurling in our county. Take a bow, Lough Gaels and Geoghegan. Unfortunately, there has to be a winner, even if we go for 3 and 4 days. There has to be a winner. So unfortunately today, that lot does not fall to the Gaels. You fought manfully till the bitter end. You can be really, really proud of what you have achieved. You will get there. You are fantastic hurlers, really too good not to win a county title. It will come your way. Today, I don't think even you would begrudge a fantastic team that were out there against you. They played really superb hurling. Congratulations, Geoghegan. Like the Downs in football yesterday, from the beginning of our championship, I think Geoghegan, you were the team to catch. You played a beautiful brand of hurling, not only in our county, but you made your mark in Leinster last year. And I'm sure you will make your mark in Leinster the coming year. Fantastic performance. You have a really big panel with experienced fellas on board. You now have the 2 in a row off your back, and I'm sure you will be interested. I'm sure you will be interested in 3 in a row, but that's for another day. I have on captain of the Slevin na Himera. Rockame Quake Slevin na Himera Erjuice. Man of the match today belongs to the one and only Peter Clark. I get Paul O'Donovan, who's sponsor of the Man of the Match award. I get Paul to present it, please. Now, we move on to our captain. Beautiful Westmeath Alexander Cup. I'm going to hand it over to another Clark, believe it or not. A great servant of Westmeath Hurling and Geoghegan Hurling, Angus Clark. Thanks, Ryan. We were speaking with a man there a couple of weeks ago, and he told us a few stories, and he gave us a couple of digits as well. There were 8, 5, 9 and 1. And he told us, not so many words, that sometimes you have to look at a problem a little bit differently to find the answer. And this team over the last 4 years has certainly been looking at things differently. We've really been looking at our game, how we can bring different things to it. And that's why we're up here for the third time in 4 years. And we're after doing double for the first time since '58. I do want to speak about the Gaels for a moment. I think they're an absolute credit to what they've done for the Hurling Championship in Westmeath. Be no consolation in them out there after losing 3 finals in a row. It's something that we did not that long ago. And it's a very hard place to be. But it's them players out there, and their management team, and them alone, that are after driving the standard of Westmeath Hurling. They're after completely reshaping the championship. They're right up at the top now. They're a credit to their village. I know this year of all years has been a really difficult year on Castletown. And I just want to say from everybody in Castletown and Hurling Club, but on the field, and especially off the field, we wish you the best. So what a bunch of players we have in Castletown. Their physicality, fitness, discipline. That's not qualities maybe a couple of years ago you would have put down Castletown in. But that's what we've worked really hard on. I think they deserve massive credit. That's why we're at the top, and they're privileged to be with. So give it up for the players, they're massive. Well done, lads. I'm not sure on the head count, but there could be 10 or 12 lads abroad. They're not here today, they're away traveling, they're away working other places. That's probably the same in many different clubs. But I just want to say that they're as much part of this team as the 42 lads we have on the panel. I know they'll be watching, I know they'll be missing today, but I know some are thinking about coming back next year. So I say, get back safe, but get back soon next year, lads. Well done. I'm looking now at everyone there from Castletown, and I know that everybody out there is a sponsor. Whether you're giving €2 on a not ticket, or whether you're Michael and James Stones in New York and sponsoring us with so much. We appreciate everything we're getting, from the senior team right down to the way the club is run and the new facilities we have in there. So well done everybody for every contribution you're making. There's a couple of people I want to thank individually, hope you don't mind waiting on this one. It's all part of our management team. But one thing is, we put massive emphasis on our intermediate team about 10, 12 years ago. They're helping us drive a standard in Castletown. They're helping us drive what we're doing. We're all part of one unit. And I want to say a big thanks to the lads over them this year. Thanks all of you, Mark. Thank you. A few people that might think they're doing unseen work, but we get huge value from them at half time. and no more value than we got this week when we look back at the draw game. The details they're going into is unbelievable, and we really are getting to reap the rewards. We're really taking the details they're giving us. So a huge thanks to Barry, Sinead and Kenny. Thank you. Two of the stoutest men you'll ever meet. They're so well organised, and they're definitely two fan favourites. Thanks to Brendan and John. To our nutritional team, they stock us up before championship games with brownies and biscuit cake. You know what to say. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Thanks very much, Dorian and Annette. The next man, we all love him, we've great time for him. He came over from Geoghegan a few years ago. He's part of furniture now in Castletown. Thank you, Demo. The next man has probably he's been a player and a leader of this team for 10 to 15 years. He's a brother of mine. He's came over this year to be a selector. I know a lot of players think his transition from player to selector has been far too easy. But he's given us massive value this year. So for being a player and leader and a selector this year, thanks very much to Joe. The next man, I won't burden you too much information on him, but we've all learned so much from him. In the last couple of months he's only been with us, and the amount we've learned from him, both from players and management, it's unbelievable the detail he's going into. And all I can say is thank you very much. Thanks, Tony. Only a few more now. The next man, he lives and breathes Castletown. He's down there every night of the week. He's involved in warm-ups, analysis, and training, and driving us forward. He's a huge part of what we've done the last 4 years. Huge thank you to Pat. And the last man, what are you going to say about him? He's a real man, he's a leader. Thanks very much, Bulla. You're one of a kind. And finally, just to say that while we're players here, and when the management's out, it won't be very much without everybody else. All our friends, family, wives, girlfriends, all the support. It's on without you, so we can't wait to celebrate. Let's go, Castletown!
Yeah, Paul Ahern, I've heard a lot of speeches in my time in TED Cusick Park. That's probably the most eloquent and the most thorough speech I've ever seen here in TED Cusick Park. Angus Clark, you know, an absolute legend of the game himself. And to get up there after winning a county final, after being a huge part of it as well. And, you know, it means so much to Castletown. 1958 since they've done a double, you know, and they've been thereabouts for so long, you know, and now they're really only reaping their reward.
Yeah, and like, look, I mean, you know, first of all, Angus, you won't meet a better man or a better person as long as you're around. He's an absolute gentleman, and, you know, how eloquently he spoke and how thoughtfully he spoke, not just about his own club, but also about the Gaels. And, you know, he's just a credit to himself and his family. You know, look, Castletown 2 in a row, I know, you know, they probably didn't want to talk about it, but it's been a bit of a bugbear for them over the years.
It has, yeah.
And I know it was probably a big motivation, and they really channeled into that in a lot of different ways to kind of get them over the line. And
Brendan, but for a puck of the ball, possibly could be going for 4 in a row.
Possibly, yeah. You know, they were big in 3 finals themselves. Like, so, I mean, they have set the standard here in the county for the last 7 or 8 years. There's no being any doubt about that. Like, I mean, they were big in the finals. I think it was 19, 20, 21, and they've come back and been in the final 22. They missed out 23, 24, 25. Like, it's some record really now when you boil it down like that. And you know, they have set the standard for everyone else.
Yeah, and having said that, Brendan, they've been led by one of their own. and a legend of the game himself. And Alan Mangan doesn't probably take as much praise as he should. He's brought this team on, Brendan. There's no question in my mind. He has added a huge dimension to them.
He's the cherry on top, though, Paul. Like, this is player driven, and you can see the standards that the players have set. Hurling can only work with if the players want to, and I've said this with every team I've been involved in, the players have to drive the standards.
Yeah.
And it really is.
Come in here, I'll
go gorgeous Angus Clark, the winning captain. I was just saying to the boys, I've heard a lot of speeches over me there. That's as good a one as I've ever heard. And I'm also joined by the one and only Alan Mangan. Alan, of course, has been on commentary with us on many, many occasions here. Always a great man to put the shoulder to the wheel for ERV TV and indeed for all our championship games. And lads, the monkey's off the back kind of now. 1958 since you've won a double. And today you'll have no stone unturned. You learned an awful lot from the first game, and it showed out their second half that was just absolutely outrageously good.
Yeah, it was kind of speechless at the minute, but definitely the second half. We're really disappointed with the second half last day, so to be able to keep playing the hurling, we probably disabandoned our game plan a little bit last day in the second half, so definitely we learned so much from looking back, and we did do a lot of analysis on the first game, so yeah, we definitely played ball a bit more in the second half, and it's so rewarding when you're just getting them scores and knowing that you're after working so hard on it for weeks and months to be able to get them. Like, lads don't pop up in loose positions automatically. It's a lot of work, and it's just satisfying.
And speaking of that work, Alan, huge kudos to you. We really don't give you enough praise. This team was down on their knees, I suppose, a couple of years ago after a very, very harsh defeat. Maybe that they thought the game they should have won. You've taken on the mantle. There is a different energy, in my opinion, to this team. Player-driven. Brendan made a great point here, Ron. It's player-driven, but at the same time, you have to have someone at the helm that's driving that on as well.
Well, listen, I'm not doing anything different than Pat didn't do. I just inherited, lucky enough that us, not just us as a management team, like we've had 9 or 10 lads involved in this management team over the last 4 years, and some lads had to step away for one reason or the other, and like Derek Gallagher, for instance, has been a massive part of this squad. Angus would agree with that, and unfortunately he just stepped away this year, but no, we just inherited a few different players, and I just listen, they're a dream to train, genuinely now, and I'm not saying that because he'd be the first one, this lad here beside me, that gets it more often than not, because we're cousins and it's quite easy to give out to him. But they're just a dream to train. You don't have to go, you don't have to ask. Whatever you ask them to do, they'll do it. They'll never ask any questions. They just go and do it. And that's all you want as a manager, is lads that are just going to put the shoulder to the wheel. And in fairness to the Gaels, Angus said in his speech, they have brought the standard of Westmeath Club hurling up no end.
I agree with you.
And to say, we got over the line here today, but they could very easily have got over the line the last day. So kudos to them and the way that they play. Nothing but heart.
It's also raising your game, Alan, to know that you have to play against the likes of a Lough and Gaels team with a huge amount of hunger in them as well.
Yeah,
it has to be a huge amount.
They have fantastic players. People say, they work hard. They do work hard. We work hard.
Yeah.
But they have fantastic
There's
hurlers.
no team doesn't work hard.
No, they have fantastic hurlers, and they're going to be here for a long number of years, and we're going to have our work cut out trying to get the better of them over the next number of years.
Well, it's something to look forward, I suppose, Alan, as well. The three-peat. I haven't done it. I don't think you've ever done it. I don't think Castletown have ever done the three-peat.
We did.
Way back, a long time ago.
58 was a 3 in a row.
Was a 3 in a row.
So
well, look at that's another motivation, I suppose, to you as well.
Paul. We're quite happy to win one, and you go away like 2 years, or in 2022 when we won our first one here, just with myself involved. It was just a relief to get out there and win it. And listen, it just gets harder and harder every year, but can't give these lads enough credit.
And there's another one of them behind you, Peter. Peter Clark is behind you. Peter, congratulations. A wonderful display today. You left everything on the pitch, which is what any club would ask of any player.
So that's what it's all about. That's what Bulls been drilling into us last week. We probably just didn't really get going, I suppose, in the second half after half time. I don't know how we had won or something like that. We never really got going in the second half. Like today, it's pure teamwork. That's what it's all about.
Immense hunger. We were discussing this at half time. The Gaels probably, we expected a lot more from the Gaels. The hunger that they've lost 2 finals in a row, they're back in again. but it was actually Castletown brought a greater hunger, particularly in the second half. But I thought even through the whole game, every time we looked around, there was 2 and 3 Castletown around the ball. Mad to get at it again.
I'm sure that's just what's turned into us. I suppose the big thing all year was doing the back, trying to win every game we played, and we were probably disappointed with ourselves last week, and that's not the standard we set for ourselves in Castletown. We just drove it on, I suppose. Just really wanted it.
And Angus, we had it yesterday evening here. Luke Loughlin spoke of tradition in a club and the great tradition that the Downs have. Black and amber as well. It's been a black and amber weekend, actually. But he's talked about the great tradition. And you're kind of on a known furrow over there in the area that you're in. Been ploughing that lonely furrow for many, many years. And, there is huge great tradition in Castletown Geoghegan. And, we've seen the supporters here today, what it means to them, what it means to the parish, to the village, to everybody around you. That has to be a huge addition to you.
Yeah, we've massive tradition in Castletown, and there's so many people involved and supporting Castletown, but we're the ones with the jerseys now. We're the ones that have to
standard bearers,
not let that tradition slide. We're the ones that have to keep the tradition and push the tradition even further. So if we're not up at the top, then the tradition can start to slide. So we have a huge responsibility with the jersey. We don't think about that every day. We're just trying to be better every day. But when you look back on it, that's what we're ultimately trying to do. We're trying to, it's a village, it's a community, and that's what, that's
and it means so much.
Back to me. Yeah,
it means so much. Yeah. It's part of that GAA slogan. It's where we all belong. Alan, I know you're not thinking of it at the moment, but this set of players were very good in Leinster last year. I know it's a tough enough draw for Castletown Geoghegan. I know you won't be thinking of it today, but maybe tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's something to think about. They're certainly good enough.
Well, listen, there's no doubt that we're going to give the Leinster Championship a rattle and see where it takes us, but we never thought about Leinster at all. It was just trying to get over the line here today. That's all the focus was on for the last 6 weeks. We're trying to get it was 6 weeks ago that we get into the county final, and we'd only finished today, so that's all we focused on. So listen, we'll enjoy tonight and tomorrow, have a bit of crack, and we'll knuckle down later in the week. But just to go on from what Angus said, this jersey and this crest is what it's all about. We only have a loan of it. That's all we have. We only have a loan of that crest, that jersey, no more than Luke was on about with the Downs yesterday. We're how long do we have it for? You're playing senior for maybe 15, 20 years if you're lucky.
If you're lucky,
lucky. Most of us I was lucky enough to wear the jersey with the guts of 20 years. Most of these lads hopefully will be lucky. But that's it. You get a loan of it for 20 years, and after that you pass it on and hope to leave it in a good place.
Listen, congratulations to Castletown Geoghegan, congratulations to Alan, to Angus and to Peter as man of the match. An absolute pleasure to watch you here all through the year, lads, and we hope you enjoy yourselves and we hope you enjoy the celebrations. Yeah, it's been a black and amber weekend. Angus, we learned a lovely little bit of headwear there. It's been a black and amber weekend. I've only really noticed that now, Brendan. It's been a tremendous weekend for anyone in the black and amber. But deserving winners in the football yesterday, and certainly deserving winners this afternoon.
I don't think the finals are in any doubt this year. In both codes, the best teams are county champions, and deservedly so. But they've set such a high standard. You heard the guys talking there, the Castletown lads talking there. They have a standard, and they're setting that for everybody else. And it's up to other clubs now to bring that along, and they've driven those standards up. And it's really. Kevin O'Brien,
to the betterment of Westmeath hurling, as apart from Castletown Geoghegan hurling.
I mean, there's Kevin O'Brien will look at that final today, replay today, and say, look, there's quality there that I can work with, and that can only bode well for the future.
Yeah, and the Gaels as well. Let's not forget, they're a losing team, and it will mean very little to them to be on the losing side for 3 years. But they have contributed so much over the last 3 years, Paul, to our hurling championship #1, and indeed to our county final day as well. The colour that they bring. Pride in parish as well. Again, I go back to that old GAA mantra that we're using at the moment, where we belong. Today just wasn't to be their day, no more than the last two finals. It just wasn't to be their day. But they are still coming. Castletown will know they're going to be in a battle again next year, probably against Lough Gaels, and maybe a couple of others.
I think, over the last 8, 9, 10 years, the standard of club hurling has risen and risen and risen. And the Gaels have contributed to that, Castletown have contributed to it,
Raharney
have contributed to it.
Cloncail,
it's getting more and more competitive, and the bar keeps going up, and it just doesn't happen overnight. you go three years in a row, you lose county final, it's really disheartening and whatever. But you're progressing. And how long you stick with it and just keep building and building. Eventually the wheel will turn for you. Somewhere along the line you hope. And you just have to have that kind of resilience and digging into yourself and going, yeah, this game didn't go well for them.
No.
But there's probably another 2 or 3 games in county finals where they've been like inches away from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And take a lot
a
of
hair's
heart
breadth,
from that.
like.
And take a lot of heart from that.
You know, so that's the beauty of it. Like, I mean, there has to be a winner and loser on the day, but you know, I think Castletown have shown what true champions they are today. You know, in the second half today, you saw that steel, that hunger. They wanted it.
Yeah.
And, you know, their quality shone through, I think, in the end.
Yeah, and Brendan, players that we may have been overcritical of them, but maybe not so much, but you expected a little bit more from players on the first day that really didn't shine for them. Those players stood up and stood up tall today now.
I mean, like, the half-hour line today for Castletown, Angus.
You mentioned it at the start of the game.
And
Lene Barley.
Lene Barley, you know, they had huge contributions to this game today. And, you know, David O'Reilly was well shackled today, but still popped up with a goal. But, like, that's the quality that's in this team. You know, it doesn't go well for you one day, somebody else will pop up the next day. Like Peter Clark was like a man possessed there today. He was everywhere.
Absolutely,
everywhere.
yeah.
And he, you know, his energy and his surging runs through the middle there, you know. Gaels didn't have an answer to that, you know, and you know he can be very proud of his display today and a deserving man of the match.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Paul. The deserving man of the match. You know, he maybe had a little point to prove to himself after the first game. I don't know, but he certainly answered any sort of criticism that he had.
I think he made 2 big tweaks to his game. One was last week he was taking it on himself, and he was running out and getting turned over, trying to go for scores himself, and they weren't coming off him. Today I saw him passing and taking easy points.
And in one particular case, he probably should have went and scored the goal himself. He offloaded
he actually did,
and
he actually had the better chance himself.
He did. But look, fair play to him. He had the stormer today.
Completely unselfish. Like the way he won, like the thing that impressed me most about him was just the middle third, winning dirty ball, taking on the ball, breaking the tackle, getting it free, and then passing it off to someone. And like he was selfless.
The last day, David Williams' free taking was absolutely
impeccable.
But today, the conditions, he missed three there in a row in the start of the second half, and you know, they needed those scores to get back into the game, and Castletown just kept plugging away.
You mentioned it earlier, Brendan, a little bit over-reliant on David Williams.
Well, David, like,
do you know?
I think when you sit back,
and he's a young man, like
any team would be.
Absolutely,
you know, any team would be. He's a class act, and like I think the biggest challenge for actually the Gaels was it took them 10 minutes to register a score in the second half. For over 10 minutes, and they needed just to get out and get the scoreboard ticking. And through play and through freeze, they didn't manage that. And then they were chasing it.
They were. And Castletown, I suppose, hit them.
They're not a team you want to chase.
No, but Castletown hit them on the break. Then, the Gaels continued lumping the ball into the 21, into the full forward line. And Castletown just played the ball through the lines, and you know they just got the ball in better position. What's his name? Jack Gallagher there.
Amazing!
Opportunist.
Amazing little cameo.
He points and play and created the goal for David O'Reilly.
I love to see a man of my own height getting a run in the county final.
He also ended up back.
He did as a cornerback.
As a cornerback.
And you know somebody says to me up in the stand, he won't live with the physicality, but
quite the opposite.
He used his hurling brain and his pace, and he was everywhere, and he tracked back there and played the ball, you know, and you know. Have to have that quality to come on.
And
I don't
Jack,
think the Gaels had that quality.
No, Jack is working in the post office with us now as well, and I just want to announce to the boys in the post office, I very much doubt that Jack will be in tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure of it, but I very much doubt that he's going to be in tomorrow, because there are going to be huge celebrations in Castletown, in Dysart, in those surrounding areas, because it's been a red letter day for the Black and Ambers. They've won the county final here. It's been a tremendous game of hurling in absolutely atrocious conditions. My thanks to Paul, my thanks to Brendan, my thanks to Brendan Murta and the Ray on commentary, to Donny, to all the crew that have put this on today under severe circumstances. We had a problem with our coverage this morning, but that has all been sorted out. We hope you've enjoyed it as much on AirV TV as we had here in TEG Cusick Park. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we're not finished for the year yet. we still have to come out in the rain and cold here and probably get pneumonia before the season is out, because we have our junior finals next weekend, we have a minor hurling final next weekend, so there's still a lot to play for. Probably have Castletown in the Leinster Club Championship as well. But for the moment, from TEG Cusack Park, it's gorgeous. The Ballia Castletown Geoghegan. Congratulations to Castletown Geoghegan, two-time winners, back-to-back winners here in TEG Cusack Park. It's been a pleasure to be here. We'll see you again next weekend. Do keep your eye on social media. We'll probably have the podcast during the week to go over the today's game. But for the moment, at least, it's Slán from a wet, windy, and poor old Ollie Gallagher is telling me to wind up because I think he's lost all feeling in his arms and toes. So it's Slán from TEG Cusack Park.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.